compel you. May the power of Christ 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 May the power of Christ compel you. May the power compel you. May the power of Christ compel you. May the power of Christ. May the power. Can't do it. We'll do it live. No, we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I can all write it and then we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Okay. No, we'll do it live. Okay. Do it live. I can all write it and then we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Whoa, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful, sunny Friday night. It is February the 7th, 2025, in the year of our Lord. Let's see what's going on here, man. We're not normally on Friday nights, but I got a package in the mail and a couple other things interesting going on. So let's see. Gotham City Comics is looking around. Let's see who's in the guest. Gotham City Comics. Hey there, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
You get your box?
I did, yeah. I've got it here. Haven't gotten into it yet. What is
Does it look like an elephant sat on it?
well, there's not damage, but it does seem pressed in a little bit. What do you think happened? You said you got some other package that same day got damaged.
Yeah, like an elephant sat on it and crushed a $2,400 figure.
Man, what figure goes for $2,400?
It was a figure they only made 100 of them like 20 years ago.
What was it a figure of?
Maybe I shouldn't talk about it right now.
Okay, all right. Tell me in a private message, I guess.
No, because I'm investigating. I'm still trying to get to the bottom. I'm trying to investigate this thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. I'm apparently saying hi, Kevin, because my wife is on as me upstairs. So it's that's all right.
They're going after the agents, the bureaucrats, the prosecutors. I'm just firing them.
Oh my goodness. So so you got the new Marvel and DC books that come out next Wednesday, apparently, right?
Yeah, I'm already almost done bagging and boarding them all.
It looked like, from what I saw that's coming out, the most exciting things were a reprint of Fantastic Four #2, and seems like there was something else cool. I can't remember.
Amazing Spider-Man 129 for the millionth time.
Oh, did you? I thought you said you didn't order that. Yeah, yeah. I still like those facsimiles, though, man. Oh boy.
Seems like every
Well,
6 months they do it. They reprint that book.
you would think that they would be they're soon reprinting the Fantastic Four Galactus trilogy, those three issues. I'm sure that will happen pretty darn quick. Okay. All right, someone else is here. Who could that be? Why, it's Meyer Greenblatt.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Opening a package. See, well, I'll show you kind of what happened to it. I cheated and opened it, but this is yeah, it looked okay. It does look like the little pressure is put on it, but you pack so well it doesn't damage anything. And then, oh man, I bet this is that Casper shirt you wrapped the books in. Man, look at this. You sent me the Bigfoot that I was
No,
coveting. See, that's why you were asking me if I had the Bigfoot about a week ago. See, if I listen, thank you so much for that, Kevin. I can pick up on little subtle hints. Okay, this yeah, it's a sweatshirt. It's what they used to call these things. We've had a joyous thing. I found out the dryer is not working. The clothes dryer is not working anymore. So that's going to be a fun. But we've got some kind of household insurance for. They're supposed to come and for a minimum. We'll see how that works.
The gas or electric?
Uh, it's just electric. It's just a normal clothes dryer. I think Cleo's mom gave it to us when she was upgrading to a better one. So So what's been going on, Meyer?
no, not much. Nothing.
Okay, so this butterfly box will probably be what I send to Meyer. Um, the comic I finished, which I'll show you in a bit, and probably some DVDs. You have a DVD player, I assume, Meyer?
Not yet. No, but I
Oh,
will
okay.
eventually.
All right.
Do you have VHS player?
No,
Hmm?
I do not.
All right. So this is some books I ordered. Captain America, 166.
Uh,
Night of the Lurking Dead. I was just
Oh, that's
thinking
that
this
money.
morning about Night of Living Dead and how I'd like to watch that movie again. I was just thinking about how effective that was. Oh, I finished. No, it's the wrong one. That movie, if you really think about it, probably the best adaptation of EC Comics without really being an adaptation of EC Comics, but it really had everything. The twist ending, where the hero, I assume you've all seen Night of the Living Dead, it's like, oh, he made it to dawn. And then someone just shoots him right in the forehead thinking he's a zombie. That's the kind of nihilistic ending, the twist ending that EC would have. And
so a number of years ago, and it's probably now that I do the math, it's already about 20 years ago. I was
Mhm.
dating a much younger girl. So when I was like 42, I was dating a girl that was 21. Okay. And what I'm going to tell you is a moment in that relationship that was really cool is that I had the opportunity to watch Night of the Living Dead for the first time with her. She had never seen it, knew nothing about it. This was before The Walking Dead was a thing.
Yeah.
She didn't know anything about it. And it started because at the time, this was Fresno, and there was a little art theater in Fresno that was showing uh, a revamped HD version of maybe Dawn of the Dead or something like that.
Right.
And they were giving out free passes, and so we got tickets. And I said, what we need to do is we need to watch this movie before we go to this movie, on Friday. She's all okay, and it was really fun and cool watching it with somebody who knew nothing about it after watching it 100 times by that point in my life.
In the black and white,
And she loved it.
the fact that it's black and white makes you think it's much older. Actually, this comic here is probably came out the year that Night of the Living Dead came out. It's not really that old a movie. It's just, but it's just something about that movie where it's just great. Man, this one really is in nice condition. This is Superboy 117.
That was great.
You know about the Legion of Superhero, Legion of Superhero, obviously adventure comics, but then when they appear in Superboy, that's a lot of those I don't have. So that's great. And then this Lois Lane, it's weird. I've never seen this before, and now I've seen several people show this recently on YouTube or Instagram. This particular cover,
What a great movie.
Oh, it's trending now. We made it trend, huh?
I guess. Oh, and this has a Golden Age reprint of a Catwoman story.
Hey, what's up, Mitch? Hello. What's going on?
Front door.
I'm gonna take these to hockey now.
169. Well, apparently Elon Musk has found. This is where I'll lose a couple of subscribers. He's only looked through 1% of the government budget, and he's already found $100 billion in fraud, and
What's it called?
which means that once he gets through
Now
100%
he's
of it,
on? Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
that
yeah.
add up to, if it keeps the same way,
Yeah.
be $1 trillion?
Bring a couple of, oh,
Um,
no. The one in March. The one in March, not the one in April.
this looks like it's brand new.
The one in March and Phoenix.
Marvel Double Feature reprints from Tales of Suspense. Just a wonderful cover. I mean, who would have thought these reprints from the 70s are starting to go up in value? But yeah, that's, I'll probably open these up and maybe a live stream tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow, probably. And Kevin sent some ecstatics books, trying to figure out when these are from. Let's see, 2004. I don't think I have these issues. I really don't. It was X Force was turned into a completely different bloody comic book called, and all the regular fans were upset, but I started buying it because I thought it was wonderful, because I like Mike Allred's art, and apparently the average comic book person doesn't like his art. I don't know why. Anyway, then they changed it to Ecstatics, and they brought it back during the pandemic. Okay, so and then I think by this point maybe I had
You said something happened in this one?
somehow lost. Oh yeah, this is great. It really is great. So, this is when Spider-Man 2 was coming out, so that gives you context. That was one of the great superhero movies, Spider-Man 2.
Then you said you tell me this one for 30.
So he just sent these on along as freebies because he knows I like Mike Allred. 20, and I think he just happened to get issues that I don't think I have. And this is apparently the final issue. Because people are too stupid to support something like this. Man, it's great. Yeah. Who says I don't like modern comics? This is from 2004. That's only 21 years ago. I can't believe this is 21 years ago. Oh, well. What? Okay. Yeah. So that's that amazing haul. That's really great.
46.
How many people are watching? Not many. I don't think I have this in decent condition. I just have it in this horrible condition from a pile of what they call them Wounded Wonders at Lone Star Comics. It's Spider-Man 95. I was wondering if the other day Paulo was on and he said, I'll look that up in some internet thing that has pictures of every page of every comic book. I was curious as to why this was cut out here in the bullpen page. You know, it affects the story. But the only thing I could think of that would be down here at the bottom of the bullpen page, it's a 15-cent issue, so it's too late to be a list of stations that were running the Marvel Superheroes Grand Tree Lawrence cartoon in '66. It might be a list of people that have won a note, and maybe people that have joined. This might be too late for the Merry Marvel Marching Society, or would it be? Maybe it's people that join the Merry Marvel Marching Society, and maybe
How
the
about
guy
the
that owned
radio
this.
show?
The
Remember when they would
what?
have the radio stations and the cities that the stations were from or something?
Well, see, this is a 15-cent issue. See there?
Uh-huh.
This is yeah, and the Fantastic Four radio show was 1975. That
Oh,
was
okay.
in between for Bill Murray, who played the Human Torch. That was in between the National Lampoon Radio Hour and before Saturday Night Live.
Okay, so that was
Because he
just
didn't
a
come until the
25-cent
second season.
station.
He was Chevy
They
Chase's
said I can
replacement.
sell them on eBay.
And I think
Well,
the
that's what we
Fantastic Four radio show might have been some of the same producers that did the National Lampoon Radio Hour. Anyway, if you guys have never heard the Fantastic Four radio show from '75, it's on YouTube. Okay, so fantastic. Um,
would you
sounds like
be able
Kevin is.
to see if there were other issues that you might have that were from the same month and year that might have the same bullpen bulletins and the same ad?
Oh, yeah. The best thing for me is just to to upgrade, get that. I wonder, maybe I do have that issue. I'll go check, but
You just got a
uh,
thumbs up. Somebody just gave you a thumbs up.
they did.
Yeah, big Donald Duck or Mickey Mouse hand.
Was it one of these that
Yeah.
appears on the screen? Oh my gosh,
Well,
look at
now you're
that.
getting fireworks. But a second ago, if for some reason you got one thumbs up, you must have done something with your hand that gave you one thumbs up.
Let's see, I've got to do the double salute just right.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to remember all the different effects that these idiots.
Oh, there it is.
I'm getting my comic books wet. Okay, man. So, Kevin, you're still bagging and boarding. It sounds like.
I'm pricing now, but I'm back. I stepped away for a little bit.
All right.
Did you open everything up?
I did. Yeah. Thank you for those extras, man.
What was it? I forget what it was.
You gave me a Bigfoot. You gave me some Mike Allred Ecstatics issues. Casper sweatshirt. And yeah.
Did I give you a Sheena or a Sheena or something? Michael Cho or Frank Cho art?
I think you gave me that a couple of orders back.
because I bought a collection yesterday and it had um which number was it that I gave you?
I don't know. I'd recognize it probably if you showed it. How many books were in this new collection?
Well, that run has 7 issues in it, and I have 6 of the issues.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
I
only
would.
think I have the first 2 or 3.
That's
I'd
why I
be
was
interested.
wondering if it's number one that I gave you. Well, I have the rest of them here.
Sweet.
Well, the chances of that are possible. I mean, it's better than the lottery, but uh,
What's a 1 in 7 chance?
yeah, you're right. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty good, man.
Cool, refreshing feeling, crystal clear and light. America's feeling 7 up, and it just feels right. Feeling lucky 7. That's what I've been up to. When you asked me earlier what's been up, I forgot. I'm feeling lucky 7. I'm feeling 7 up. That's what's been going
Yeah.
on.
So how did that commercial get into your head?
Well, Kevin is pricing, right? The sound of the pricing. You hear that?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, at the beginning of the film Repo Man, there's a scene when the main character is working at a supermarket, and one of his coworkers is this dorky kid, and this dorky kid is pricing, and as he's pricing, he's singing to himself the theme song to that commercial that I just sang. He's singing, feeling lucky 7, feeling 7 up while he's pricing. Right when
Yeah.
uh, Emilio Estevez or whoever that kid was, Martin Sheen's kid, comes up. His name was Otto. The character's name is Otto. Otto comes up and torments him somehow. Maybe he hits him on the head with something, or he
Right.
curses him out and quits or something. But yeah, that's where I got it from. It's like within the first 5 minutes of Repo Man.
What
That's
year
how my
was that?
brain works.
The actual commercial, was that from around 75, 76?
Yeah, probably from right around that time.
I bet we could find that commercial pretty easily on YouTube.
That's a great movie, by the way, Repo Man. If you
Oh,
haven't seen
Repo Man.
it,
It is a great movie, but I haven't seen that probably easily since 1984.
yeah, I even
Oh.
remember the kid's face. I remember the actor that the actor's face that was singing that that song as he was pricing like some canned goods, and Otto came up and like picked on him. It might have been like the introduction when we first meet Otto in the movie. I can't remember.
I need to see that movie again, man. Thank you for reminding me of that movie.
Otto farts.
Wow. Who made that movie and what other movies did they make?
I can't remember who made that movie. I just remember tons of lines from that movie. For some reason, there's a lot of memorable moments in that film. Lots of famous lines.
I remember it had Tracy Walter in it.
Yeah, he
I don't,
actually says like the most memorable line to me is Tracy Walter when he's burning trash towards the end of the movie, and he gets real existential and philosophical, and he talks about how things show up in synchronic form, and how sometimes you might see the word shrimp, and then you might see the word plate, and then you might see a sign that says plate or shrimp, right? And how everything ties together in the universe. And then he talked about how John Wayne was a homosexual.
yeah. What whatever happened to Tracy Walter?
I don't know. He must have passed away by now. He had to have
Oh,
been.
I know, but
Yeah. I don't know. He made a lot of movies with Clint Eastwood. I think that he made movies in all those Malpazzo. He was in a
yeah.
bunch of Clint Eastwood movies. I think.
Yeah, hmm. Yeah, I remember him talking about how every car you repossess will have a Christmas tree air freshener.
Yeah, there's one in every car.
Well, okay. Oh, there's something else I got. My wife ordered something from Temu. I think it's that's how Temu ships. Unlike, I mean, Kevin ships in sturdy boxes. The communist Chinese ship in bags. This is
Sometimes when I
supposed to
see
be
those
some kind of
Temu
house
ads,
for the cat,
oh,
so
okay.
I guess it will expand. I assume. I
Well, that's
don't.
what I was going to say. Sometimes the ads from Temu that come up on my Instagram feed will be for these ridiculous things, like a hot tub or something. It'll be for like this hot tub will go right on your patio, right? And then, in my mind, I always picture if you order it, it's going to come like that. It's going to
Yeah,
be,
it's just like the old comic book ads, isn't it?
yes, exactly, exactly, exactly.
A cardboard hot tub.
Yeah, really. I wouldn't be surprised. Made in China. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep this bag away from babies and children. Do not use this bag in cribs, beds, carriages, or playpens. This bag is not a toy. Uh, Manufacturer is Yiwu Shim Yao Duo Li Shuang Wai Yong Pin Company Limited. I swear that, look at how long that name is. I'm not making it up.
Oh, it
See that
is.
there? It's
Yeah.
exactly as I read it.
Yeah, I think you got close.
This man, you imagine having to take a standardized test and have the bubble in your name, and you got that many letters in your damn name? It's probably all one little symbol in Chinese. This is all covered in fentanyl dust that's getting all over my pants. Shit. How is this a cat house? House. Didn't
The
sound right,
cardboard.
did it? It's probably made out of asbestos, is what it looks like. Ugh. I don't know, man. Well, the Super Bowl's this weekend. Isn't that exciting? It's the Kansas City Scalp Hunters versus the Philadelphia Sasquatches or something. It's just gonna be so amazing.
You know what tomorrow is over here? Is there's a marathon.
Really.
Yeah, people come from out of town to run this marathon.
Yeah, but they're not gonna stop in your store in the middle of the marathon.
One guy did. It wasn't during the marathon, but that's
Really?
tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's cool. Oh boy.
All right, now it's going to puff up real quick now that you add air to it.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's. She thought it was a house, but in reality, the dog's gonna steal this so damn
Oh, you
quick.
put it over the table.
What? No,
Yeah,
it's
drape
not
it
like
over
a.
a coffee table.
No, it's just. I think it's just like a bed. I don't know. It's got little sparkly things in it.
Yeah, but it becomes a house. You just put a stick in the middle, like a teepee.
It feels like it's stuffed with Chinese newspapers. I don't know, man. It feels
You just
comfy, man. I ought to sleep in this tonight.
put it up over your head like Elkie Summer.
I would, but I don't know what's in this, man. I might start. I might have my head down by my ankles
Right.
in a fentanyl stupor if I breathe too much of this in. I don't trust those.
You just introduced Chinese air into the ecosphere inside
Yeah,
of
I
that bag.
know, didn't I? Yeah, maybe there's a reason Trump has banned everything from China. And now this is the last imagine this is the very last thing that got into the country before the ban. If I
It
put
looks
it on
kind
the
of like a
floor, the
Muppet.
dog's going to take it over. So how do I hide this from the dog? I need to put it up high. B-sides
Yeah,
is says hello, hello, and my wife says hello, B-sides.
yeah. Put it
Yeah.
up high so
I,
that she can't get to it because she's
we were
going to want to take
watching
a break.
B-sides on Sunday, and they get these copyright warnings when they're going live with they do a cool radio show on YouTube, and then they take the show down, and then I hate that because you can't watch it later. It's just it's got to be a way to preserve these cool broadcasts. It's got to be a way to be a radio person and introduce people to new music on YouTube. Um, they just want everyone just to be happy with Taylor Swift, you know. She's so great. She's such a talent.
That's why I'm going to
Just-
watch the Super Bowl. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl on Sunday just for her. I don't really care about the game that much. I'm a big Swift.
Well, Trump is going to do an interview before the Super Bowl, which is a tradition presidents have done, but Biden never did it because he's not really capable of doing a live interview, a sustained interview. And so anyway, he's doing it, and I don't know.
I'm looking forward to that. I'll watch it for that.
You kind of feel like you've got to watch it to be a real American. I don't like football. I've never liked football. But I assume that the Fantastic Four trailer was created for the Super Bowl, but I've already seen that. Okay.
Sometimes there's big cultural events that occur during that 3 or 4 or 5 hour time slot.
Like Michael Jackson's sister accidentally revealing a nipple or something.
That
Something that
happened.
will make the history books.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, could be. Could be a Budweiser frog commercial. They might bring the frogs back. Was that
They could
Budweiser?
bring the frogs back. I heard that Carl's Jr. is bringing back the hot girl with the dripping ketchup all over her body. That's coming back.
I'm not. My wife is saying that bed is for the dog. The cat house hasn't arrived.
Oh, look at that. All that time you were thinking of, we were thinking we're going to
I
have to
just went
deprive
over there and
Dave of
hid the
something.
the bed away from the dog's. Gonna flip out over this bed. Uh, my wife says, "Thank you, B-sides." Gratu used to have his own Martian language, and he would say Thanakas. Oh wait. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of shit. I mean, not shit. Wonderful comments. My wife says the bed is inside out. Okay. The black goes on the floor. Oh, okay. We are getting your package together, says B-sides. That bed is for the dog. Oh yeah, thank you, B-sides. They're gonna send me like a computer thing to help me put music together, and he said he was gonna send me DVDs, I think, of all the Marvel superhero cartoons. So I was thinking, well, damn, man, these are just kind of friends I like having. The cat house hasn't arrived. Yes, I would used to say Thanakas. Yeah, I used to speak in Martian on social media. I kind
You
of
guys
forgot
want to see
about
some
that.
new masks I got today?
Yeah, and I want to see the new collection you got and all the new Marvel and DC stuff. Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's what I'm wanting there. Yeah, you got one of those saved for me?
That's yours right there.
Oh, okay. Did you get
Check
any
this
in
out.
foil for the morons?
No, I didn't get a foil of this one. I got a foil of the Amazing Spider-Man. I got a foil.
That would be, oh my God, that's horrifying. But I would like a copy of the non-foil one, though, Kevin, of the Spider-Man, even though I probably already have it. Yeah, I
You
would,
have
because
17 copies of it already.
I might have a couple, but I'm not sure. Okay, okay. Oh, look at that. That's real good.
This is
Yeah,
Don Pope Studios. This is called the Thin Frank.
is that an actual mold from the 60s?
It either is or it's a resculpt of it. But the
Now the,
resculpt that I have is right here.
ooh, well, the wart there was a Glenn Strange thing, right? Didn't he have a wart in real life? Mhm.
I'm not sure. The back of this Carlisle looks a lot like the back of this mask. Look.
Quite good.
Yeah.
Pretty close. And his
It's
face
a
kind of resembles
amazing.
a zombie face.
I'm just laughing at the amazing simulation of human hair. Just-
But
Also found the Spider
it's
Woman
vinyl
shows.
too.
You have those? I don't have them. No. Oh wait.
This is vinyl.
My wife says I'm kind of miserable and pain. Ha ha. Why is she laughing? Lots of insomnia lately. It did. Yeah, my wife's. I was gonna take her to the doctor today, but she felt too bad to go to the doctor. It's not funny, but it's kind of ironic, right? But right now, there's so many people coughing and doing horrible things that it may be the wrong time. But she's going next week. I'm gonna take some
This
time
is
off
the
work.
Downpour Studios mask too.
That looked
I
like a
forget it.
vintage little card on there, didn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's neat.
I
Yeah.
forget this guy's name.
Huh.
It's
Yeah,
like a.
I am
I
from
think it's Death
Barcelona.
Cyborg. Death Cyborg.
Death Cyborg is his name.
Uh huh.
I think that's what Elon Musk is going to name his next child. And besides, says Greta, get better quick. He would talk that crazy Martian talk in his sleep, and my friends would ask me if I was scared.
This should be
Yeah,
cool the way
man,
it is.
I would, I've kind of forgotten a lot of it. Yeah, the translators on the internet used to be very poor, and so I would write something, I would translate it into Spanish, and then I would take that and paste it and translate the Spanish back into English, and it would get the English to be just fractured enough that it would sound like a space alien that can't really speak English very well is talking. And that's how I would post everything on MySpace and later Facebook. And yeah, Gratu Orloff was supposed to be this little green Martian guy. And yeah, I kind of forgot that those were the good old days before I got caught up in being a comic book person on YouTube when I could be just a normal person, not one of these comic book fuckers. Uh,
This is called the Killer Goalie.
oh, okay. And but they have the font just like Friday the 13th. Um, yeah, not that there's anything wrong with comic book collectors. They're such a wonderful, loving community. Um, yeah, let's see.
It's a deluxe
We're
hockey mask.
nerds for life, Justin, says my
Oh, it
wife.
fits
And
on.
B says,
Fits on.
doing
On here too.
doing horrible things. Haha, I'm on a delay. I had to pause the show, says my wife. Yeah.
Oh, you could fit it on the Death Cyborg too, and then someone says, "Excuse me, sir, you have to take your mask off," and then you take it off, and then you got that underneath.
Yeah. I wish
And then you
that
take
I
this
had
one
thought
off.
to have
Then you
masks
take this
like
one off,
this.
and you have this one underneath.
I
I
wish they
just thought
had
of a new
masks like
product. I
that.
was thinking that the hockey mask, you could use it as a colander to drain your pasta, like your spaghetti, like so it could be like
Yeah.
kind of like how um
Yeah, you just put your.
uh in The Apartment, how Jack Lemmon used a tennis racket to strain the spaghetti. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you hang it up when you're not using it.
Hmm.
Okay, I thought it was supposed to be like that, but yeah, that would be uncomfortable. So I guess it's
Exactly. You
supposed to
hang it
be.
up in the kitchen right there next to all your pots and pans. And what is that there for? Your girlfriend says on the first date, and you pull it down
I
and,
don't know if my wife is correct about. Maybe she is actually. She's always right. Okay, I guess
When you get spaghetti sauce on it, it looks like blood.
this looks
Mhm.
more comfortable than my bed, man. I might sleep in this tonight. Okay, uh, okay. Let me go back to the hockey mask. He would complain about free torques, so at Footer, I was wondering what that meant. He told me, yeah,
Retort.
they're hippies. Yeah, I was always talking about free torques. Yeah, yeah.
Look
I
at this
got to
picture for
remember all
you.
this terminology I used to use.
I think this is a dealer's lot. It's like multiple copies of Lobo.
Oh, is this the buy you got yesterday?
Yeah, there's multiple copies of this Lobo.
Yeah, there's gonna be morons that love that.
I've never seen this cover where he's surfing. You seen this one, Meyer?
Yeah, it looks cool. I've never
I've
seen
never
it
seen this
before.
one.
I
Never
haven't
seen.
either, honestly.
I think it's
Maybe
late
that
in the
stuff's
series.
good.
It's
I don't
issue
know.
44. It might be the last issue or something.
Well, yeah, those last issues are.
And they're perfect. They're like brand new.
They look cool.
They're direct sales, so I know it's a comic shop.
Yeah, well, maybe this stuff's good. I don't know.
It's good to
Let's.
sell. I don't know if it's good to read.
Look at that
Hey, how
Well, it
you
might
doing?
be. It
I'll be
might
back.
be.
This is cool. Look at this. I found this in there.
Looks really cool.
What is that? What company did that?
It says DC at the top.
That's that
Oh,
Frankenstein nuts they used in the Creature Commandos.
yeah, I thought that was based on that Secret Agents Frankenstein. Maybe it's the same one. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't seen the last several weeks of that Creature Commandos cartoon. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, so Paulo knew immediately where to go, where you could look at any page of a comic book. I don't know where that archive is, but wondering what cost someone, over 50 years ago to cut out the bottom part of that page.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you want to
yeah,
know a little bit about the person that owned the book before you. It's the same. It's at the same level of when they write their name and they don't cut out the coupon, or when they write in the book somewhere or on the cover. There's something about that.
well, if it's a list of the new members of the Mary Marble Marching Society, then the owner of that was one of the ones on the list.
Yeah,
But you
maybe.
would think someone that would join a comic book fan club would treat their comic with a little bit better. Uh, oh well.
So you know how you do that thing. So you know that issue of the Atom that I read the other day from 1965 that has him fighting the cat on the cover, and then on the
Yeah.
second story, the splash page has him jumping out of like a horse's butt. In that same issue, in the letters page, there's a letter from Mike Frederick, or Friedrich, however you want to say it. I think he's the guy
Yeah.
that invented Ghost Rider. So when you get an old comic, when you look through it before you even read it, do you look at the letters page to see where the letters, who wrote them and where they're from? I do that before I even read the
Yeah.
letters. I look to see. But
And
yeah,
some some of those early issues, don't they have the whole kid's address where you could mail
yeah,
off to them? Yeah,
sure.
because that's how the ElfQuest couple met, because Wendy Peeney, or whatever her maiden name was, wrote into the Fantastic Four in the mid 60s. And then this guy said, "Oh my God, there's a girl that reads Fantastic Four," and he sends, a letter off to her, and that's how they met and wound up marrying. And then he was kind of the producer. She was doing all the comics of ElfQuest, and he was just kind of the guy behind the scenes, from what I remember hearing about it. But
Yeah,
there's that guy that does Game of Thrones. He was in an early Fantastic Four comic in the letter column, and I'm trying to remember what else. How many do you have? How many copies do you have of that Frankenstein book?
Mm, I might have a bundle of them. Not in this
Oh,
collection, but I might have a packet already made.
what
McFarlane did
is?
a figure of him recently too. He looks just like that in the figure.
Oh, so what is the story behind this buy exactly?
It's kind of it's a weird. It was a weird assortment. I went through a lot of crap, and I picked out a handful.
Oh, you didn't buy everything.
No, I couldn't on this one. It would be me storing like 7 boxes until like for 10 years. That's how bad it was.
Okay, if those of you that next comic that might be okay there, but that yeah is Meyer. Do you have that? That's a great comic.
No, it looks like Peter Bagg. Is that who that
It
is?
is. It's Peter Bagg, and he's doing like a Josie and the Pussycats kind of comic
No,
for
I don't have
DC.
any of those. I would take
I
all of those if
Yeah,
well,
that's why I
yeah,
picked them up because I don't even have any of these.
yeah,
those are
yeah. I don't
great.
know which ones. I know I have issue one. Oh well,
I
This
don't have
is
easy.
any of
cool.
those.
This was a blank cover for Tank Girl.
Oh, that is cool. I
Look, it
like
says
Tank Girl, actually. I
two
like
girls,
all the
one tank.
Tank Girls. I've got some of them. Oh, there's the Shauna right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, see
I
the
didn't get that one. I know I didn't
two,
get that one.
3, 4,
Wait,
5,
oh, wait,
6,
wait. That second one I think
7,
is the one I got. Let me see that second one with the white cover.
2,
No, I don't have
3.
that one. That's
It
the
was
one I
this one,
think.
huh?
That was that one, wasn't it? You recall that one?
It kind of remember. I kind of remember this cover. Might
Uh,
have been.
but I mean, I'd buy it again.
Yeah, because Frank Cho, you don't get his art and interiors that much anymore. He's just a cover guy now.
Yeah, these were great.
That was great. This was great. I can't believe
That's
that
Dave
was new.
Stevens. You know that's
Yeah, of
Dave Stevens. Okay.
course. That's why I picked it up. It's like $60 book now.
Yeah.
Really?
It's not one of his
Oh,
great
yeah.
covers, but
It looks brand new, too.
To me, it's a great cover.
yeah, I mean, it's compared to his, well, yeah, I guess so. I don't like the zombie so much.
So these books really look like they came from a shop, don't they?
Yeah, this is unsold inventory. This is probably this was cool. Look at this. This was in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I,
Oh,
yeah,
Manville.
that's good. I think I have that issue, but I'm not sure. Ooh, look.
Look at that.
I don't have that.
That's a double
Nice.
size. Yeah, that's a giant size. Great.
Nice. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 20-cent issue.
So cool. Huh?
Yeah, those are great. That's the good stuff.
It was just a weird assortment.
Oh, boy. um,
Give you something to think about. I gotta price it. I'll still.
or yeah, I was going to say if you know if they're high dollar issues, but
I don't even know. I paid. I actually did a trade with them. I didn't even really pay anything.
oh,
I traded them some of those. I sold a lot of that stuff I showed you guys last time.
Oh, those
It's cool.
covers.
I got.
oh,
I
all
kind of
those
like having.
TNA covers. Yeah.
I kind of like having these top loaders because people that don't know how to handle books properly, they don't damage them. You can't damage them in these top loaders. Let's look and see that Alex Ross. Wait, what I priced that for? 150.
Ooh. Oh, it's signed.
That's a good
Oh
deal.
yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
Flip through here real quick. That Marvel Zombies. That's a $50 book.
Oh, okay. I'm sure someone will love that.
Venom is a $70 book.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it was a few years ago. I'm surprised that Venom with boobs hasn't sold already because people love that.
Only like I just got them in here, so there's only like 4 people that looked at these so far.
It's just the mad love.
Oh wait, that one. I think I wanted to pull that one.
That's 50. That's second appearance of Harley and her origin story, and the first appearance of the hyenas.
Wait a second. It wasn't that one. It was the one where they were.
Yeah, you got the first appearance in the DC continuity.
Yeah, yeah. That Mad
Alex
Love.
Ross.
Do I already have that?
This one's I don't see this one that much. It's not that valuable. But some of these you didn't see because they were on the backs. That collection had like double comics in
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
don't
them.
think I saw that Mad Love, and I don't remember if I own the Mad Love. I think I do. Yeah, we didn't see some of these for sure.
Some of them were on the backs of. I covered all the. You'll see. Covered
Oh,
the
okay.
bad part. Look at.
Oh,
Oh, look
yeah.
at what you did. Okay.
With
See?
Gotham City stickers.
Ingenious.
Yeah, it
See?
was Captain Strangelife's latest video. I guess he showed your logo in one
In
of the
some instances,
regulars.
it makes the bob look a little better. Like that last one, it kind of makes the bob look good with the sticker on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it actually probably looks better.
Yeah, I like that cut.
That's hilarious.
This is great with the Wilma and Betty. That's great.
Did you have these little stickers made for this purpose?
No.
Anyway, someone put in the comments under Captain Strangelife's last video that Gotham City logo is obviously inspired by the Batman TV show. It's like, no shit, Sherlock.
This one I found out.
Did somebody say
This
that?
is the. This is the writer of the book, and I think
Okay.
this is the artist of the book. And
How
it's
much
it's
is
just a
that?
preview. It's just
Oh,
a
it's just
preview.
it's
Oh.
not even a full issue.
No, the full issue is available, but I don't have any. But this is just a preview of it.
Oh, okay.
So I figured you wouldn't even want that.
Yeah, I don't, but it's cool looking.
Yeah, it'd be better to have the whole issue. And Bubbles and Julian and Ricky, they do have signed copies out there.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I'm good with that.
If I
I
ever
just
find a full issue, I'll send it to you.
cool.
It's signed by Yasagi. I mean, Stan Sakai. Signed by the Rabbit.
Yeah.
I almost thought it was a sketch. I thought it was a watercolor sketch at first.
Oh.
Um,
So you sold some of the books. Have you sold enough to pay for the collection yet?
not yet, but I'm not. I know I'll make the money back. I'll make the money back. I only sold a few of these. I probably sold 10 books out of here, and maybe one slab.
Hmm.
What else?
Well,
What else do I got to show you?
you have more from that buy? From the
That was it from that buy. I
that was
gotta
all.
I gotta process
I,
those.
I would be interested in those three Daredevils, and
Yeah, those are nice.
I thought I had the whole run of but let Meyer have those because I'm not sure what I have. Uh, it only lasted a little while. I don't think it lasted too long. But I thought it was a cool thing at the time. Of course, anything I think is cool doesn't last because
Do
normal
you have your
comic people.
absolute Batman cover?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna show that. Yeah.
Let's show that, and then I'll show you the next issue on all the covers I got.
All right.
Did you
I
read it before you drew on it?
no. Or is that supposed to be? Because I had orders on what to do, and that had probably nothing to do with the interior of the comic. Um, I'm kind of waiting until I get. What do I have? The first three in personally, I think I was going to wait till I got about five issues and just read them. I haven't read
Well,
them yet.
five comes out this week, so
Did you get
Five is five the one you just got in the mail that you're going to put out Wednesday?
yeah.
I think maybe I have four still on a pile there, so I'm going to have to get 4 and 5 from you.
did you
Anyway,
ever get any more copies of number 3, Kevin?
Yes. You need one?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I needed 3. I missed out on 3.
Yeah, it's a cool cover too. Shows him walking on his cape, using his bat wings to walk like
Cool.
stilts.
Excellent. Yeah, so that gives me the first four. I'll need number 5 too.
Okay. With number 5, you can pick which cover you want. I want to see this cover that you had drawn first.
Oh, ouch. Okay. Um, so the instructions, Meyer said to draw a Bohemian Grove scene, the cremation of care, where they've got a big giant statue of a owl or Moloch or something. The politicians that go there, the billionaires, trillionaires, whatever, they show up there every year, and they have a ceremony with a fake little sacrifice with fire. And so
Hey, if
I've
you
got,
title the show Bohemian Grove episode, you'll get a lot of views on it.
yeah, I'll probably also have government attention too.
No,
Um,
you'll be fine.
you say. Anyway, I've got the robin
Oh,
tied
that's
up.
cool.
So I guess it's a bondage cover. Oh man, bondage.
That's
And
good. Look at
I
those
put
spikes on
spikes
the
on
bottom of
the
his
bottom of his
shoes.
Yeah, I love
boots,
it, man. It looks great.
and he's. I redrew this. I mean, this went through a lot of different. It's a lot of layers of paint on this because I kept changing it.
That's,
And things aren't proportionally correct. I realize that, but it looks
I think
very
it looks great.
outsider art like, like a maniac. And my wife couldn't see the statue, the owl behind him. And she said, Batman looks scared. And I said, I meant for him to look like he's smiling, but I got that wrong, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks
So,
great. I love it.
and then the back cover
Oh
is a
wow,
moon monster.
Wow.
that's awesome.
Uh,
That looks great. Wow. Did you sign it for me somewhere on there?
uh, no, I got in trouble for not signing some paintings for Captain Strangelove. I got to figure out a place to do that. I guess I could probably put a signature down there on the.
Or
Yeah,
you
maybe.
sign it
Signature
on the
on the bottom
inside
right-hand
in
corner.
pencil on the first page.
Yeah, I could do that. Some of the paint is kind of gone. it's I'll
I would just
flatten
sign
this
it in
thing out.
pencil so that you don't damage the painting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Or you
looking
could
at
just
little
use,
flaws. Like I look at it like that tooth there should be fixed, but yeah, oh, and I really do need to fix his utility belt. I didn't put the finishing details on it. I mean, at a certain point, you worry, like if I keep adding to it, I might mess it up. Like I'm not going to compare myself to Frazetta, but he had these classic paintings, and he kept looking at them over the years. I think I'll change that. And then these paintings that were on Warren covers or whatever now look kind of like what they used to look like. Sometimes he changed them a lot,
right.
but I don't know. Sometimes
Started out,
you keep
started out as
working on it and you mess it up.
started out as death dealer and ended up looking like meth dealer.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, well, I guess I gotta put some heavy stuff on it there for a little while, and
It looks great, man. I love it.
see, it
Thank
kind
you.
of curls a little bit, so I gotta
Well, it's
flatten
going
it
to end
out.
up being in the bag. It'll be, I'll put it in the
Yeah,
frame.
Let it dry
the
as much as you can.
the bag, yeah, I will. The bag and board it came in or around here somewhere. I should put it back
When
in
I
the
got
front.
that sketch from you, it was like it was almost still wet.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Let
There's a
it dry
lot
out.
of
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's humid there. You have a lot of moisture in the air, I'm sure.
well,
Leave
it's
it out for a
not
couple
so
days.
much that as I'm painting with acrylic, and there's a lot of water that goes onto the brush. I mean, yeah, do you still have that Garbage Pail Kids in the store, or is it at your
Yeah,
house?
yeah, it's right here. You want to see it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I did a Garbage Pail Kid. These are the only two. This started as a blank cover for those of you watching. What do you call it? A virgin cover? Is that what you call it? Or I don't know what they call it. And oh, I guess I'll go to him. And oh no, that didn't sound good. Yeah. Yeah, well, if anyone wants me to do a cover, just uh, send some money to Kevin, call him up, buy some of the stuff that I have in my hold pile, and then tell him to send me a blank cover, and, and I'll get it to you.
I can't reach it right now. There's too much stuff in front of
Don't
it.
worry about it. I don't. I sounded like horrible damage was happening.
Yeah, I almost dropped something.
Uh, my wife says,
All right,
"Man,
here's
he
issue.
forgets to sign his work. Sorry about the delay." Okay,
Here's
these are
issue
the new
5.
ones.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that
great.
reminds me of that action figure I was
I
coveting.
like it.
Uh,
How big his legs are.
so I don't feel as bad for my horrible distorted.
It
Okay,
looks like he's retaining a lot of water. He needs to take some like a
yeah,
furosemide
Compression socks.
yeah, I know someone that kind of looked like that.
put some
He
Ted
didn't live
hose on him
long.
to put his feet up.
So far,
Diet
that
Coke.
looks like the best cover I've seen of that particular issue. It's the only one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's a lot of covers.
You
This is the
bought a
only
lot of them,
comic that
man.
really sells. This is the only comic that sells.
Really
Here's the other cover.
Oh man,
kind of good too.
shit.
Yeah, they're both good.
Yeah, I don't like it when they don't have a logo on them.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a little logo there. Little logo there.
Oh, there it is. I see. Yeah, I like, I
That's
like
called
to
the
have.
minimum logo.
Yeah, DC did that for a long time. They just had a little printed title in the corner. I didn't like that.
Well, you wouldn't like that. I ordered 50 copies. So I ordered 50 copies of this book to
Yeah.
get this one with no logo.
Well, that's okay. I mean, it's.
All you're missing, look at all it's missing is that.
Wow.
You pay
Yeah,
50,
but
you probably pay $40 more for this one with no logo.
oh well, that's what I mean by logo is the Batman. Oh, absolute Batman. That's the logo. That's
See, and look, you don't get the barcode with the 1 in
oh
50.
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Took the barcode off, but look what they did over here. You get the DC, but you don't get this.
I love that's the DC logo from like 1977. That's hilarious. Is that the logo they're using now? Not
Yeah,
logo, but the
they call it the bullet
symbol.
logo. Bullet.
Yeah, that's funny to see that old symbol on such a warped comic. Yeah. Um,
That's some wild colors on there.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's
It's pretty
good.
good.
Um,
And this last one, I don't know why I only ordered one of this. This one's pretty good.
let's see. What is going on? I can't make out
That's
what's
why I only ordered
happening.
one. In person, it looks better, but when I was looking at the picture online, I didn't know what I was looking at. Look at that.
Oh, is he in water?
No, he's like he's hanging on 1 foot on a rock, and then he's using his cape that he can walk on to hold himself up.
A little bit of LSD influence here, I think. I still think you got to be. Okay, it's pretty cool. I think I would like you to pull one of that first one where he's got the water retaining legs.
You
Yeah, I'll
want that
get
one?
one. Well, I'll
Yeah.
Yeah.
take that.
You want the water retaining too?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I want the water retaining. Yeah,
Kidney failure. That's him
that's
right
the
there.
that's the best cover. They're all pretty good, but that's the best one.
Okay.
Is my wife apologizing for the delay of my painting? You gotta, well, a Jambo has been only waiting about 3 years for
This is the
me.
1 in 25. It's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It is pretty good.
I got 2 of those and one of the 1 in 50.
I also got to get something off the Jambo and to John Goris, his discs. Uh, so that And
Let's
then you
fly.
got to figure out how to get to the post office. But I'm taking my wife to the doctor this week, so that means I'll be able to run to the post office because if and I'd like one copy of that if you'd
I
put it
already
with
got it
my.
for you. I got you the
Okay,
foil one.
cool. Can I make the thing go?
I know you
Oh,
wanted the
good.
foil one.
Don't you dare. It's just foil. Oh no. Uh, where's Chip Creep Napalm? He's usually here when we unbox new comics. Maybe he's been overwhelmed. Oh, is this Aquaman 2?
Uh huh.
Okay.
There's
So
that cover, and then there's this cover.
they don't even put Aquaman on his own comic because they want to sell TNA. So Mara's the only. Why don't they just call it Mara? Is there a comic that actually says Aquaman on it?
Says it up here.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay, I think that one with the blue background's better. The first one.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't read Aquaman 1. I hopefully I'm not making a mistake but
Here's
yeah,
Batman
pull
reprint.
the could you pull the blue one for me cuz I got Aquaman 1, so I don't want
Hey,
to break my run.
if you ever get a blank Aquaman cover, I want that because I want to do Mira shitting the bed, or maybe her dog getting stung stepping on a bee. Have her shitting the bed and her dog stepping on a bee on the cover.
I
That
didn't
would be
remember the dog stepping on the bee. I thought I watched that
yeah.
whole
She said
trial.
her dog stepped on a bee.
That's a pretty good cover. Is that a replica of an old comic?
Yeah, it's a Jim Lee. This is a
Oh,
reprint.
that's from like 15 years ago or something. Okay. It was
Probably
pretty good.
20 years ago at this point.
How long? 20?
Probably 20 years ago.
Wow, really?
I'm
I should
serious
have
about
been
the
buying
blank
those.
Aquaman
Those look
cover.
pretty good.
Grabbing one.
I'm sorry, Myra, I talked over you.
No, it's okay. I never saw that before. Batman Dark Patterns.
Bug Wars. I don't know what that is.
Nobody does. It's brand new.
Is it from
Doesn't
what
have anything to
company?
do with Micronauts, the original Micronauts character Bug that we all know and love and miss dearly.
Look at
Oh, that's a tie-in with the stupid movie.
here's Venom as Carnage.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Here's a foil of it.
Well, that actually is kind of cool, I have to admit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
With the
like
If I
eyes
was
like
eight
that.
years old, I'd be all over.
Here's
Wow.
a here's a creep show in love. He ripped out their eyes and made them drink it.
Oh, that's just charming. Damn, man. What's wrong with these people?
it's Valentine's Day.
Here's vampires that fighting DC guys. Look, there's a vampire Wonder Woman.
It looks so good.
Here's Pool's Blood, Part 1.
Is that Deadpool? Yeah, I guess so.
Here's another Deadpool. There was like 3 Deadpool comics all this week.
Well, if it sells, then more power to them.
One World Under Doom.
There's a cover I saw of that what do you call it? The negative space covers that were popular that looked pretty neat.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
that what
show
they're?
it to you. It's the last one I have. It's the last book in this.
Is that a super pricey one?
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's Mike Mignola. I like this
Huh.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
the
what
best.
the book is like inside. I don't even.
Nobody opens these. Look at there's Clayton Crane.
I don't know the guy, but
Look at this big dinosaur.
I figured it was Beta Ray Bill. I can't tell what's going on.
Here's the one that you said you liked.
Well, look good on the internet. That's all right.
It's easy to draw. You don't have to draw half the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's all right. I don't know.
We already see this.
Yeah, that's the highlight of the week for me.
Can I get one of those? Do you have another one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
That is so neat to be able to hold that in your hand. That's the only way you'll ever be able to do it.
Look at this cover. It's cool. It looks like a Fangora.
Yeah, yeah, I have that Fangoria issue.
Yeah,
Cool,
still,
huh?
yeah.
Mine is a long, lonesome grave.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember that
Long,
issue. They
long strips.
Stephen King talked about how great Evil Dead was, and that's what caused it to get the nationwide release. It was all that never would have happened if Stephen King didn't help them out
Did you guys
with
see the
his
Stephen
review.
King? I guess it's a remake or something called The Monkey. I watched the trailer. It's pretty brutal.
No, I don't know about it.
Me neither.
You know the little crazy monkey that plays the cymbals?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the monkey shine.
So there's yeah, it's a remake of that. It's
I
like
like that.
Annabelle meets Final Destination. If you watch the trailer,
Cool. I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
that. I
I
like
didn't
that.
know.
the little monkey, it's possessed, and these two brothers, it follows them their whole lives and kills everybody they care about.
Oh well, maybe my I've got several of those monkeys. Maybe they'll go up in value thanks to a Stephen King movie.
It went down in value to me. I don't want that thing anymore. After I watched that trailer, I'm like, no, I don't
Oh,
want that thing.
please don't. Yeah, you can't do it. Don't let Stephen King ruin your childhood.
Oh, you said it before.
Yeah, that monkey did was pretty scary, I guess, if you're a little kid.
This is this is cool because I sold two of this girl's dolls today. Draculaura, her name is.
Uh
Uh-huh.
huh.
I think she's the most popular one.
Is that a
Really?
new issue right there?
This one right here, this Monster High.
Yeah. Can I get one of those?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
What?
it's for Jude.
Oh, okay. Which cover?
I like the red
He's
one.
laughing at you. Are you
The Draculaura.
serious?
Yeah, I'll take the red one. It's for my daughter-in-law. She loves Monster High.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, now that you meant, yeah, now that you said that,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was for you.
Yep. It's not for me. No.
That's the that's that stereotypical comic store owner
Yeah, are you
that laughs
serious,
at
dude?
you
Yeah.
for your
No, it's
purchase.
not
What
for
are you
me.
buying this shit?
It's for my daughter-in-law. She's 23. Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
to
all
explain
the like
yourself.
20 to 30-year-old girls buy these
Yeah.
dolls and these comics.
Yeah. She just had a birthday. So that's perfect.
Yeah,
I got her
that's who
Pokemon
made them.
stuff for her birthday. You know, because
Yeah,
she loves it.
it's a generational thing.
Yes.
Here's Moon Knight. Look at his face.
Whoa.
It's like Michelle Obama.
Yeah. Is that still him? Mark Spector? Somebody
Did
else.
you hear they're getting a
Oh, that's cool.
divorce
Look at
or
that rat
something?
over there. He looks cool. A good looking rat.
Everyone stopped commenting on my show.
Yeah, he does look good. Judging me for Monster High comic books. Thought this was a safe space.
Look at this. Look at this Magneto.
Oh,
Hmm. It's Ma'am Mito.
yeah, ma'am, Nito. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, and this is supposed to be a little kid Gambit or something.
Oh, God.
Is he throwing tarot cards instead?
Oh, my God. Horrible.
There's Spawn. Oh, we went out of order. I'm sorry.
Are these alternate covers for the same issue?
Yeah. We skipped the G
my,
section.
my wife says, "OMG, that was hilarious. Are you serious?" That was a classic moment.
It was a great moment.
He just laughs and says, "Are you serious?"
Well, I know he buys books sometimes to roast him, to just to
I
have a
do.
laugh at him.
I
That, that's
Yeah.
what I thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna do that with that book.
Well,
No,
Monster
she
High
loves
is
one.
something I know to respect Monster High because it's something that it's like a cool thing for girls to be into. I mean, it's a lot
Yeah,
better than being into Taylor Swift or I mean, it's
you're right. Most of the girls that come in here and looking at it, they're pretty cool.
they're
They're like
yeah,
cool
they're the
people.
cool girls. They're not the ones into Justin Bieber. They're the ones that are, as little girls, they're kind of rebellious against what pop culture foists on them, and they go after. I mean, who else would go after ugly dolls? I mean, they're still glamorous, but they're
They probably don't listen to
misfits.
Taylor Swift. They probably don't listen to
Oh
that.
no, no, no! That jalapeno pepper salad needs less tang. Okay, we had some help. I got my wife said pick out some extra sides for the meal we just ate. And I got that, and she says it needs less tang. The it was all right.
It's all new Venom.
Oh my gosh, be still my heart, Venom.
There he is again. There he is again.
My wife says not even you are safe here, Meyer, compared to all the other Mister Rogers neighborhood channels. No, this channel is where there's no mercy. Uh, what is she pregnant? Who is that pregnant girl?
Oh, Magic. No, she's
Oh, maybe she's not.
Looks good right there.
here's Geiger's.
Oh, okay. I gotta pick out a Geiger. What is there a good cover, Kevin? They're all good. Well, usually.
They're all good in my opinion.
I just hate this. I mean, ow, cat, ow, damn man, she's vaccinating me. I shouldn't have said that word.
This one's kind of
Uh,
cool with the skull.
yeah. What was the last one you just showed a second ago? I was getting stabbed by a cat. That okay? That's that. I can't tell. Okay, keep
They're
showing them.
using they're using negative space, so they don't have to
Yeah,
draw that
yeah,
the whole
yeah. I
place.
see. I'm just all right. Is there more than three? Let's see what they all look like.
That's three.
Oh, what do you think, Meyer? Which one's best of these?
I
I
just go with A. If I can't decide, I just go with A.
What's the A cover? Ouch! Damn, fuck.
Probably has
Yeah,
more to
that.
do with the story. Like this guy is his friend is helping him, and this is Geiger right here. The shadow of him. There's a foreshadow happening here.
Yeah.
That's bet you something like this happens actually in the book.
Uh. Ah. Goddamn fuck. Yeah, that one. Ah. Goddamn fuck. This
You want that
cat.
one?
Uh. Hold on. I think the second one, maybe actually, with the dogs behind him or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that one. I think that one.
Almost looks like Mike Mignola doing it, but I don't think it is.
Well, it's yeah, it's like the colors of that. I like how he pops out. I think the cat's trying to tell me that he is hungry, so therefore I'll give him
It
his
really looks
candy.
like a Mike Mignola.
Uh, Maybe it is. He's got to eat.
Want to see some of the art inside?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's that big door. This is the new lady they met in the last issue.
She looks good.
And
Artwork's
Junkyard Joe's back. Oh, look at they like him. The zebra and the two-headed dog like him. See that?
Yeah.
wholesome.
I don't want to spoil the ending. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Is that me or you? That noise?
What noise?
Like
That
a
was me.
beeping thing.
That was me.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Damn it.
Whoa.
You okay?
Me, I'm fine. Yes.
It's a nice
Sorry.
cover.
Yeah, it
See
looks
this?
pretty good. What's wrong with his face? Why doesn't he have a nose? Why is his nose so flat?
Oh, the mask is too tight.
Yeah, something. But her gap looks pretty good. Go back to the gap. It's like a 2-finger gap, right?
Oh man, that's not nice. Code approved comic. What's wrong? I'm sure they don't have code anymore.
That little ray of light that comes, little perfect triangle coming through. See?
And here's a foil. If you want it to shine. Something called
This
the
is
Hive.
It's Trump 2.0. We can say this kind of stuff. We can talk about this right now, right out in the open like this.
Look at these
Freedom of speech.
bees are coming out of a.
Yeah, that's weird. Is he shooting bees? I don't understand what's happening. What are those spent bees?
Maybe this is
He's
gun.
shooting-
Maybe this is like gun honey.
just the stingers are coming out.
I think
I like
are they coming out like bullets, like bullet
Yeah, that's
casing?
what I'm saying. Like they're like coming out like bullet casings, and the gun is shooting the stingers out of their butts. I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to check it out.
It reminds me of that movie Rushmore. Remember in Rushmore when he feeds the bees into the elevator with a vacuum cleaner in the backwards mode?
Nah, I don't know if I've seen that.
That's a great movie, Rushmore. Who's trying to kill Bill Murray? That's kind of cool. Lucky Devils. I've never heard of that. Is that something new?
It's a follow up to what's it called? There was one with genies. Something about genies. Oh, 8 billion genies. It's right there. From the creators of 8 billion genies.
Oh.
Everybody in the 8 billion genies, because there's 8 billion people in the world, right?
Yeah.
And everybody in the whole world got to make a wish. So the world was like chaos. Can you imagine that?
That's a good idea. It sounds interesting. It's a funny idea.
Yeah, there was just shit everywhere. There was just dinosaurs running around and people flying around like Superman. This next one is probably I use this as a thumbnail. It's probably the nicest cover. J. Scott Campbell. First issue sold out, so we'll see if second issue sells out. This is a good cover too.
It would be great if this character became so popular that 4-issue miniseries from about 1984 that we all bought when it first came out that wasn't really that good, or was it about 1982, 81?
Well, I get the Marvel Legend. They're re-releasing the Marvel Legend next week.
Who is
Oh,
this
are they?
character?
This
Magic.
is Magic. Remember, this is Colossus's little sister.
Yeah, I don't know the character.
Look at this.
That's
This is
kind of a
kind of
good
cool.
cover. I saw, what the hell is this, man? It's got Lockjaw.
What's
Look,
Marvel Mutt?
Marvel Mutt.
Marvel Mutt. What's this about?
There's Doctor Strange's dog, and there's the pizza dog. That's Hawkeye's dog.
What? Doctor Strange, when did he get a dog?
He's got a ghost dog.
Since when?
Since like 2016, maybe it was 17.
I mean, it's not that I have a
Lockjaw. I
problem
like
with him
Lockjaw.
having a
Looks good.
dog. I mean, it's just, what the fucking heck?
Lockjaw looks really good. Are they going to bring back Squirrel Girl? You know, I've
Oh,
been waiting for it.
here's that space dog. What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, from Guardians of the
Sputnik.
Galaxy.
Sputnik?
It's a Russian name.
Vlovka or something like. What was his name?
Let's look in the inside.
They're shooting
His
for a
name is
cartoon
Like.
series, clearly, with this.
The real dog's name is Like.
Let's look inside to see.
Doctor Strange's dog.
I don't recognize any of these names on here. Okay, there's no words. It's from the dog's perspective. Look at the dog's thinking Santa Claus.
Well,
Oh, there's the squirrel. Check him out. It's Peanut the squirrel.
Oh, from Squirrel Girl. R.I.P. Peanut.
come a long way from the Galactus trilogy, have we, Marvel?
Oh, look at there's a big giant ant thing.
That might be me. That could be Gratu, or
Yeah,
uh,
Oh yeah, it
it's
could
a
be.
giant ant
Yeah.
from
yeah.
Marvel. Well,
It would be great if you made an appearance in a comic.
imagine they bring the character back, and it's like, oh, and then they start getting litigious about what I've been doing. You're using a name created by Stanley.
Okay,
Then
so
I'll
there's
just become Dr. Orloff then, because they can't
there's
get.
really no words in this whole book because it's from the dog's perspective,
Yeah,
and they
it's
only.
perfect for Generation Alpha. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Generation Alpha actually reads comic books. They're all over these Dogman books.
All right, that's it. I'm gonna go to Walmart if you guys want to come along.
Sure, but then I got to go. But save that whole set of Shannas for me, and those three Daredevils, if you don't mind. And yeah, and then whatever else.
Lucky 7.
Wow.
Trying to find my remote control. God, I hate it
Because
when
I love
I hate it
Daredevil,
when I
man.
lose
I
the
don't know.
remote. I hate it when I lose the remote, man. Where's that remote? Oh, there it is. Got it.
That's why you got to get a Roku, because when you lose the remote, you press a button on the Roku box and it makes the remote control ping and you can find it.
You sent me a sneak peek ash can of something called You'll Do Bad Things.
Oh, isn't that a Dr. Seuss book?
That's a flip book. Oh, and it's a We're Taking Everyone Down With Us is the other book.
Wow, it came right up.
Okay.
So it came right up. All I had to do was type in Repo Man feeling, and it auto-filled to feeling 7 Up. The clip is actually in here. It immediately pops up.
Well, so it is the actual Feeling 7 Up commercial?
No, it's the clip that I was describing
Right.
from the movie of the kids singing the song. And what it is, now that I'm looking at it, I'm remembering the scene. Otto is at work, and there's this dorky kid, and they're both working on an end cap at a supermarket, stacking up cans. And the kid is singing to himself under his breath that Feeling 7 Up song. And Otto gets angry because he's a little punk kid. He's the main character, and he loses his temper and says
Yeah.
Meyer,
something funny.
here's the other books I have for you, Meyer.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, that's great. Okay.
Monsters too. Little Stooges.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Oh, excellent. All right. I'll give you a call on, well, you're open tomorrow. I've got the kids over tomorrow. I'll call you on Monday and you can, or
Okay.
Tuesday. I'll call you
I'll
next week.
probably be here. I'll be here some of the day on Monday.
I'll call you on Tuesday when I know that you're this full day.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
else?
I've got grandkids who are here all day tomorrow.
Cool.
Cool. I mean, you're babysitting?
No, the kids I'm just, my son and his wife are bringing over my 3 grandchildren for the day.
Oh,
They're not
cool.
going to be here. I don't have to do anything. They just roll in. I just kind of have to kid proof it a little bit. Not much. That's awesome. But yeah, they're little. My grandson's 5 and my granddaughter is 2. And then the newest granddaughter is still a baby. She's like 3 months old.
No.
There's a cool video that just reminded me of. They compare the Plaid Stallions guy. Did a comparison of these with the original ones.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen that yet. Those are great though. I'd love
Yeah.
One
to
thing
check.
I noticed, it seemed like the new lizard's tail is longer from
Yeah,
what I
the
saw.
tail's better. That's one of the
Oh,
things that's better.
oh, really? Okay.
He says the new tail is better.
Yeah, when you look at the comparison, yeah, the tail.
Okay. Yeah.
When I was a kid, that lizard figure was one of the figures that I kept a little bit longer than my other. Remember, I just kind of destroyed my toys or gave them away, or my mom sold them out from under me without me caring, because I would just give them to her to sell, like in garage sales or church things. And so, but for a long time, I kept that lizard. Like when I was in high school, he was on my shelf for a while, and eventually I just got rid of it. Wish I had kept it the whole time. The Green Goblin was good too. That was a good figure as well. A good head sculpt on that Green Goblin.
Yeah, I never had the Green Goblin though as a kid.
I like him too.
The cool thing he was showing was the sorry.
I got all of that. Remember that it was a wave and it was advertised in Marvel Comics. And so I got all of those in about 1975, like the Falcon, the Lizard, the Green
Yeah.
Goblin, and maybe Spider-Man. They
Well, I
came out.
remember those were in the same full page ad, but
Yeah, they were like newly released in about
yeah,
75 or 76. My mom bought me
yeah.
all of them.
I
He
never
was
got
talking about this and
Falcon.
how he loved this image, and this is in one of the treasuries reprinted
That's
in there.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
great.
That's a very good that's very good. It really does look like it could have been made back then.
And then the cool thing about this, if you take the boots off, like if you don't like the plastic boots, you take it off, and he has yellow fabric boots underneath.
Oh,
Oh, like they would have done it back then. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually it looks better without the yellow boots on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the tail looks better on this one.
oh, it is longer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wrap around in the box. And then the Star Trek Gorn is the same head sculpt, just painted a different color as the
Yeah.
lizard.
Yeah, he was showing that on there too.
So, okay, I haven't watched Plaid Stallions in a while. I need to tune that in.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It was a good episode.
Oh, man.
Yeah, take a bunch of cardboard out.
How does Social Security work? How old can you be to get it? You have to be 62?
62,
Is that the earliest you
62,
can
you
get it?
can get, yeah, get the Social Security that you paid into. You can start receiving it at 62, or you can wait until I think up to 67. The longer you wait, the more your monthly payment increases.
Okay. Well, I already have retirement, but they're talking about Social Security won't be taxed, but I wish they would not tax my retirement, because when I was working the job that I had, they didn't pay into Social Security. They had their own retirement fund. So only the other jobs I worked during my life that, so I don't have that much really built up for Social Security. Anyway, do you just bit my tongue? Do you still have that Atom comic handy, or you may not want to
Yeah,
go
I
on
do.
camera?
Yeah, it's right here. Hold on.
Um, the Atom comic he was talking about a little bit ago is something that, man, I made a list of things that I should talk about on the show. I carry these notes around with me like my grandfather used to do. I just write. I'm always writing little ideas down, music I need to record. Helen Keller is a commie. I don't know. People, all they ever tell you is about Helen Keller's childhood, how she learned to speak and all that. They never tell you that she grew up to be a major communist leader of the Communist Party. And then you think, well, that's why they always talk about her so much.
Yeah, I'm a Helen Keller denier myself.
And then
You can buy that T-shirt. It cracked me up that they existed. Somebody
yeah,
make.
I was hearing about those shirts. I was
You
writing about,
want to see this? You want to see the
oh,
story where
yeah,
he?
sorry, I forgot.
So let me show you this. Maybe I need more light.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're all fuzzy. I like the Unabomber look, man.
Oh, let me come back. Yeah, I'm protecting you. Ted Kaczynski. Okay, let's try a little more light. Hold on.
People really hate commenting on my show. Okay, so what issue number is that?
This is Atom number 21 from November 1965. You see at the top right here, it
Oh,
says extra time pool story.
that looks brand new, man. That looks really good.
So when I saw that extra that said time pool story, I thought that this was story was going to be with a different character, like a low tiered character like Cave Carson or something like that. I didn't really understand what this time pool story thing is.
Yeah.
But I guess if you were a regular Atom reader, which I don't think that there was many, I don't think this was a real popular title. But if you were a regular reader, you knew that there was some running thing where so the Atom has this belt that he can use that controls his weight and his size. Well, apparently at some point he's able to use it to time travel. Okay, now the time pool stories were like backup stories where he goes on missions and adventures traveling through time. And in this particular one, he goes back to the colonial days. And on the splash page, he totally looks like he's coming right out of that horse's butthole. Look.
And right into someone's crotch.
Yes, and right into some guy's crotch.
Oh man, this
So
can't be a
also,
very expensive book to
look
acquire.
at the
This I
cover.
gotta get that
On the
book. Yeah.
cover, here's what he's saying to this cat. He's saying, "Flake off. If I go, my secret goes with." He's saying, "Flake off." Isn't that funny? Flake off.
Yeah. Flake off.
And that he's using, you don't know this on the cover, but if you read the story, that's a cuff link that he's using as a shield. But the story's pretty good. I mean, this is good. But the
Yeah.
people that are reading this, I mean, we've read the letters pages at this period, and the letters pages, like in the mid 60s, were great. Look at these super long letters, these kids like really going, really analyzing this comic book.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of these
Flake
letter
off was
writers is Mike Friedrich or Frederick, who would go on to write a bunch of stuff for Marvel.
oh, I remember what song Flake Off was in. It's in the Standells song, Sometimes Good Guys Don't Wear Black. No, sometimes good guys don't wear white. That's what it was. Sorry. Um,
Isn't that cool? Make your wish come true. I think that that's a great ad.
yeah. Both of those models are smaller scale. Um, not that has anything to do with anything. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
great.
He's
I like
telling
how
this
it says,
girl to flake off in that song.
can you imagine? These are your Joes in action right in your home.
Yeah. That is, and notice, they don't call them action figure in there, do they? What do they refer to them as?
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think they call them action figures.
Yeah, action figure is because even in the 70s, Migos, everyone called them Migo dolls. No one, you had to have been a kid back then to know that. Action figure came later.
They just call them get your America's action fighting man.
Yeah, and then in England, GI Joe was called Action Man. Yeah, they were men of action. Basically, it was. They didn't call them dolls. Boys, He-Men, get your dolls to dress up in combat gear. Yeah, that was an ad that was always in there.
Yeah. And you always wanted to go, right? I always wanted to go to Palisades Park.
Yeah,
I saw
well,
the ad because of I saw the ad after I'd heard the song, so I thought that they were connected, right? Which they are.
they are, yeah. Yeah, well, that's for those Yankees that live up there that have the luxury of having great amusement parks and ways to buy classic toys and comics. There's a lot of great advantages to living on that coast. Uh,
So these stories, man, I got to give the Atom a thumbs up. Now I only have 3 issues of the Atom, but they're really fun, man. I think I
yeah,
have actually 4. I've got 4 issues of the Atom from the 1960s, and
Adam's a
this is
great comic. It's one of
great.
those that's really affordable because
Yep,
collectors don't like him, but he had his own Saturday morning cartoon, sort of. He was in there with on the Superman Aquaman Hour of Adventure. I
he
think they
was.
didn't make more than 4 or 5 segments of the Atom, but and then you can see
First time
those
I
on
ever saw
YouTube.
him was on a 7-Eleven Slurpee cup. And because that cup had such a cool drawing on it, right? It was that image of him. He's all spread out like this, and there's an atom symbol behind him, right?
Uh,
And it was this logo, which I think this is a really nice looking comic book.
it
I think I,
is a good logo.
so I saw that logo, that illustration. I read the back, and I thought this guy was really cool because to me, I had seen The Incredible Shrinking Man, that movie, a couple
Yeah,
times already as a kid on television. So this comic book reminded me of The Incredible Shrinking
there was a really good adaptation Well, probably unauthorized adaptation of Richard Matheson's. The original book was called The Shrinking Man. They added Incredible for the movie, but in Weird Science from EC Comics, they did a Shrinking Man story, and it was great because he would in the movie he kind of keeps shrinking until he just kind of disappears, you know.
Yeah, he
But
does.
in the in the story, he shrinks until he disappears, and then he winds up being a giant on another world, and he gets small. He keeps shrinking and going
Oh,
through
that's
different
great. I
worlds
didn't
and
know
worlds.
that. And he ended up in the micro world.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. It just the word,
I've
yeah, that man. Where are you getting comics that look brand? These look like facsimiles. They look brand new.
had these for years. I've had this for
Yeah, that's cool. That
years.
looks nice.
So this is number 37, and this issue introduces, so it's kind of farcical and fanciful. I forgot to mention that when he's fighting the cat, there's some goofy stuff that happens, but he has this sidekick here named Major Mina, who's a talking Mina bird. See, look right here.
Uh-huh.
Introducing Major Mina, the flying fury who talks to himself and the atom in and out of trouble.
Wow, that's just the perfect time for comics, right there in the mid '60s. That I really love that time period.
Now look at this great motorific ad in the back.
Damn, look at the gloss on this comic. Um, oh man, that makes oof, I've got to
This is really nice. So what is this? 1960. This is 68, June of 68.
see. The thing is, I watch these YouTube channels, and someone will show a book like that, and I have a few atoms, you know, like you don't have many, and these people will say, "Oh, you guys showed me a book, and I had to go out and buy the entire run." I'm thinking, are you out of your fucking mind? These people are. I used to do this warning a lot, and I'm gonna do it again, just in case you're watching this. Don't become. We all have OCD to a certain degree as collectors. Don't go out and buy the entire run of anything. Kids, the only entire runs I think I ever really had were because I was buying it when it came out, like Howard the Duck or Plop. Uh, but to come back 50 years later, I've got to get every single one of them. I have all of them now. It's like, why? Buy as many as you can find, but don't go nuts on eBay or mycomicshop.com. I just think that's crazy. Oh, look at that. I have that issue. I think I
Oh, dude.
do. Uh, so on this list, I have lists of things that I want to talk about. That's one of them, actually, because I have mental illness written, and then I have OCD under that, and then I have run collectors. And run collectors, I have to say, they're more admirable than people that only buy key issues. But just only buying the key issues is insane, and buying an entire run of something, every single issue, which seems, unless it's a short run, and I hate even using the word run. Angel and the Ape, yeah. And then I have about how much I hate football. And then I have other alternatives to football, like the LFL, the Puppy Bowl, and the old Dogville comedies where you see dogs playing football, like for real, like running.
I
Then I
like this
have,
picture. How it looks like Hawkman is using the phone. Doesn't it look like he's using the phone?
yeah, what is he doing? Is he not using the phone?
No, he's
That,
he's holding Major Mina in his hand.
oh, okay, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
So you're saying how great this? I mean, this comic is in incredible condition. It looks beautiful,
Oh,
but the centerfold is completely loose. That was the centerfold.
but it's there.
It's there. It's there. It's just completely loose.
Oh, yeah, well,
But it's not. It's doesn't interrupt the story. It's just it came out of the staples. apparently.
Yeah, it's like I
These
bought
are
this
great
Golden
comics.
Age
Look, he's
comic real
flying
cheap. It's
around.
only miss what?
He's flying around on his bird sidekick. These are great comics. It's really fun stuff.
I hear these
You
people.
see
I
animals a
bought
lot.
this Golden Age comic for real cheap. It was only missing 3 wraps or 4 wraps, and I'm
Oh
thinking
yeah,
4 wraps. That's 16 pages. But the
that's
cover's
kind
in
of,
great,
that's kind of
presents
weird.
well. Yeah, I love that garbage truck that's being used to. All the girls are go-go dancing in the back of a garbage truck.
Yeah, they
The
are.
skateboards, that's great. Yo, someone should, they'll never do it, but someone should make a model kit of Trump's garbage truck. They would make
Oh
a
yeah,
million
you're right.
dollars.
You're right.
Why doesn't someone do that? Come on, AMT. Are
I
they
feel
still
like we already
around?
talked about that. I think Kevin and I talked about that. Maybe we were talking about Hot Wheels or something that they could make or something.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about that maybe.
Well, all you'd have to do is someone must have made a toy of a garbage truck. Yeah, we were talking about that. I was there too.
Yeah, it was like
Somebody just got to get a Trump bumper sticker and put it on the side of a like a Tonka. If they Tonka made a trash truck, it just. But really,
dude,
no, it
look at
has
this
to be
beautiful
the
garbage
official
can.
Trump product. Someone's got to do it.
I've never
Ooh.
seen that issue. Have you seen that?
No, but that reminds me. You remember the Sword of the Atom that has
Yeah,
he was
that was
like
good.
it was like a war, like a, I don't know, a sword and sorcery deal. I think Gil Kane did it. And that was
Yeah,
great.
sure. These are all drawn by Gil Kane. It was really cool that he drew that Sword of the Atom in the 80s. It's like a
Yeah,
4-issue miniseries. It was good. Yeah.
yeah.
Can you guys
Gil
hear me?
Kane is, yeah, Gil Kane is a fantastic artist, by the way. Yes,
Yeah,
we can
he's
hear
great on his
you.
comic.
Gotham City.
Hey, Meyer, I got those Super Bowl comics for you too.
Oh, okay. The Super Pro.
Yeah, there's
Oh yeah.
one of the issues I had. There was two in that bag.
NFL Super Pro. Cool, yeah. I'll take those as long as they're, normal price, not too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't those aren't high-dollar comics unless something magical has happened. Those are always in dollar bins. Uh,
Here it is. So I thought I remembered this. In this letter to the Atom from Mike Frederick, he complains about Gil Kane, about how he says that Gil Kane steals background characters from movies and television. Yeah,
oh
listen.
well.
Yeah, he says Gil Kane's art was very good, though he has done better. If there's anything wrong with Gil Kane, it's his backgrounds and minor characters. One reader has already complained that he kept seeing the same villains over and over. Well, mine is similar to this. Why is it that whenever I look past the Atom, I see a face right out of the movies or television? I enjoy seeing an occasional star caricature. It adds spice to the story. But now it's gotten so that I recognize practically every face in this issue. Isn't that interesting?
I'd like to see the issue he's talking about. Is he
Yeah, like is
referring?
this case? Yeah, I would too. I think he was talking about number 19, which is 2 issues before this.
Oh,
But
see
he's
now,
right that
see
there are
that's something I
characters
would
in
seek
here that
out.
look like they could be caricatures of actors or something. They're definitely
Okay,
is.
I don't see any problem with that. In the background is Sean Connery, and you know,
Well, we saw it before. I mean, we've seen it. I never thought it was that big of a deal. I kind of liked it.
yeah. When
Like, look at this. Look at this guy right here. I don't know if you can see his face.
not really.
He looks kind of like Don Knotts.
Yeah. Hey
Yeah.
man, I'm all for Don Knotts being in the background of every page of comics.
Anyway, that's it.
Oh.
You can pick me off.
They should have in Return of the Jedi when Luke unmasks Darth Vader, it should have been Don Knotts.
How great would that have been?
It's just-
That would have been so
Man,
funny.
George Lucas, you missed an opportunity. Um, yes, indeed. Uh, well, let me look something up here real quick. Oop. I think that, hold on. Oh, okay, where am I at? So, um, so this USAID has been basically paying for everything horrible. Uh,
Yeah, and they're still finding stuff. There's new stuff that's coming out now that we haven't even learned about yet from that guy
and it's
Schellenberg.
been it's been Republicans and Democrats. It's been everybody. Everybody's been horrible, and it's like I remember when Michelle Obama first got in with her or his husband, whatever the heck, and said, "For the first time in my life, I feel proud to be an American because my husband's president." Whatever. And it's like. Um, I've been embarrassed the last 4 years, and this really feels great, and it feels like kind of everything. I mean, the country's been spiraling downwards since the Kennedy assassination, and then Robert Kennedy's assassination. It just seems like all of a sudden we're winning, and the problem is, and Alex Jones is pointing this out, is. Uh, It feels like the end of Star Wars, with the throne room and Luke and Chewbacca and Han Solo are going getting their medals, and it's like everything's great. But it feels like maybe the Empire Strikes Back is coming, and we're gonna have a bunch of walking dinosaurs. We're gonna AT-AT or whatever they called those things. It feels like they're not gonna go down this easy. They're gonna stage something and blame it on, you know, Elon Musk or something. They're going to try to do something horrible to. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I hopefully everything will work out. But if they can do away with, like I said, if they can do away with the IRS, if they can do what I mean, I think they'll win everybody over. But there's a lot of people right now genuinely terrified because they think that everything's going to be over. And reality, I think it's a good thing, the purging of all this. Oh, what are humans saying here? I got a comment. Belated hello from Woods. This is coming from the Library 88. Haven't heard if you guys have talked about the Fantastic Four trailer. You guys dig it? I did. The thing looks great. And again, amazing to actually see Galactus. Okay, my opinions on the Fantastic Four trailer. Look good. The 60s look is what all the Marvel movies should have had. Um, I wish the thing wasn't fully clothed. I wish he looked like the comic. The white collar, giant collars, is that a John Byrne thing? I think it is. I would rather, I might seem like a sticking point, but I'd rather have the little black collars like in all the classic issues. Galactus looked good. Uh, we have to remember that there is a female Silver Surfer. Now, the idea of a female Silver Surfer would, if the male Silver Surfer hadn't existed, that would sound great. But the fact
And I'll
is,
tell
Silver
you,
Surfer's
in all honesty, the actress that is playing the new Silver Surfer is an outstanding actress that came from this TV show called Ozark, and she was the
okay.
standout character and actor in the show. She's very good. She's a good actress.
Okay. I agree. I think, Meyer, you were saying this, hearing the Thing's voice not be gravelly was kind of jarring. Herbie was there. I always kind of hated Herbie because he was there as a replacement for the Human Torch. But if he's there with the Human Torch, then that's acceptable. I mean, he is a character created by Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby did all the design work for that 1978 or 79 TV series. I think it was 78. It's made me kind of want to watch that show again, that particular series. I mean, there was the Hanna-Barbera 1967 series that was great. There was the late 70s one that suffered from not having the Human Torch in it. And I think Stan Lee might have narrated it, if I'm not mistaken, which hurts it. Stan Lee writes well, but I don't like really hearing his voice too much, not as a narrator. Uh, I think that's a weak link. To me, the voice of Marvel should always be John Vernon because he was the narrator in those 1966 Marvel superhero cartoons, and he just has this gravitas. You know, it's Dean Vernon Wormer. To me, that's the voice that should be when you read the captions in vintage night, Silver Age Marvel comics. It should be his voice. And this is all my opinion. So sorry if it's offending people. Okay, the casting's okay. The mustache on Reed Richards. Yeah, I don't know about that. I guess I can live with it. Uh, yeah, it all looked pretty good. I know it's not. I mean, I'm very cautiously optimistic because I know what Marvel's been for a while. I mean, you could put together a great trailer for that last Doctor Strange movie, and you could convince people. And in fact, I think they did. The movie was disjointed. It made no sense. They had a good director, Sam Raimi, and then they had Marvel Studios, I think, interfering incredibly with it to the point where it turned into the piece of crap that it was. Uh, will it stay in the 1960s? I'm sure that within a quarter of that movie, they'll be in the regular Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're going to somehow get ripped out of that world of the 1960s and be put in right in the world with Rerun Williams and Ms. Marvel and the Falcon as Captain America. And I'm pretty sure it'll. I don't know. It all could be great, maybe, but I can. I'm not gonna start cheering from the rooftops. Sure looks better than the last one where Thing was running around naked. I never even watched that one. And then the two that were made earlier. Yeah, Fantastic Four was the best comic Marvel put out, and it's always been treated the worst. It was Fantastic Four and Spider Man were the flagships, and it was really Fantastic Four that was the flagship comic. And because remember, in Spider-Man #1, uh, he tries to join the Fantastic Four, and they're using the Fantastic Four to sell this new comic, Spider-Man. Uh, okay, let's see what these humans are saying here. Oh, he's answering me. Yeah, I'm sure the Thing will get his suit torn away for a classic look in battle. Yeah, it could be. Took me a few viewings to get used to the non-gravelly voice on the Thing, but I got into it. Yeah, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
happened to me too. I listened to it a second time and it didn't bother me as much the second time. It was
yeah,
the
it's just
shock of hearing it the first time when he opened his mouth and that voice came out.
because we've heard that voice our whole time, our whole life. It's like like seeing Richard Nixon with a Southern accent. It's like, what? Library 8 says, yeah, Meyer, the actress playing Shala Ball, is great. Looking forward to seeing her as the Herald. I'm sure Norton Red may come along later. Maybe, or never, because he's a male. Males are bad. Okay. We're virtually walking in the wonderful world of Walmart, Wally World. I
You
wonder
like
what
the
Kevin's looking for today in the wonderful world of Walmart. Yeah, we'll see how Fantastic Four turns out. Is that this summer? I think it's coming out the same time as Superman, so that might actually be a good time. Walmart Action Vision. Yeah. Yeah, July, I think. Good year of movies. Well, let's be cautiously optimistic. Superman is probably going to be better than Fantastic Four, but who knows? Fantastic Four could surprise you because occasionally Marvel, despite being shitty, can put out, I mean, those, well, the last couple of the Spider Man movies generally have been great. Uh, in between a bunch of really shitty Marvel movies. And then the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie came along and was pretty great. If you discount the Warlock scenes, um, even though it was in between terrible Marvel movies. So new people could come on board and take over. And I mean, but it's just such a damn shame because I was loving those Marvel movies, and then they just took a nosedive and crashed. We'll see. The I think you saw everybody using their powers, but you didn't see Mr. Fantastic stretching. That was the only thing. But it all looked good. The production design, the but I've always thought all the Marvel movies belong in the '60s. That look that you saw should have been the design of all of them. Iron Man, Spider Man, all of them. Because that's what I love is comics from that time period. I don't care about modern comics because I don't care about the modern world. I like the old world. Oh my gosh, this is a big store. Yeah, the '90s timeline of Marvel movies would be great. Incredible, really. Yeah, you know what? I just realized when Alex Ross first came along, remember the Marvel series that was all set in the '60s? And it was all if the and it looked great. And so that could have been the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Marvels world of Alex Ross.
yeah.
Um, but I
I
think that
like the idea of them doing like a Marvel Decades type thing where we could see stuff like the FF and Spider Man would take place in the early '60s, and Iron Fist and uh, Power Man would take place, and Daredevil would take place in the '70s, right? As well as like uh, the Infinity Gauntlet, all that stuff should have been taking place in the '70s. It should have been like Starlin esque, right? It should have been like
yeah. Well, Daredevil could work in the '60s or '70s. Yeah. Um,
we need to see the decades of the different. I mean, it would have just made more
yeah.
sense. Shang-Chi should have been the '70s. It should have been like
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And same with yeah, Luke Cage definitely should be set
Doctor
in
Strange too. Doctor
1973.
Strange is associated with the psychedelic era. Is
Yeah.
what he's associated with.
The first Doctor Strange movie was good. The
Yeah, it was
second
pretty good.
movie, uh, you could tell that
I
Sam
didn't like
Raimi
that
had the best of
90s
intentions, but
Tilda Swinton as the ancient one. Didn't make any sense. It was
yeah,
silly.
no, that didn't. That was just so they could market the movie in China. They couldn't have a Tibetan monk as a hero in a movie that would ever be released in China.
Like, yeah. that was-
Library 88 says anything Starlin-esque would be incredible. A 70s Shang-Chi movie
yeah.
would be
Bronze
so
Age line of
good. A
Iron Man.
Bronze Age line of
Would be fun.
Marvel movies.
Yeah, would have been fun.
Yeah. I
There's a
never
lot to
care. I
still be
never
done.
what?
Go ahead. What?
No, I want to hear what you're saying. I don't have anything to say.
I think there's a lot to be done. Like that. No, that it's like nobody is seems to be thinking. They're not even thinking inside of the box, let alone outside of the box. It's like they're not doing the right things. Like that Joker movie was interesting. The one with River Phoenix that's not really about the Joker or Batman, whatever it is. It's interesting. So I like the idea of somebody doing something on that level to make it instead of just repurposing our childhoods and making it terrible, doing something new and unusual or different somehow. Um,
Yeah,
I don't know.
the first Joker movie, you mean?
The one with River Phoenix, yeah. Not the. I haven't seen the second one, the musical. I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
the second one, yeah, had a lot of problems. Okay, what are we looking at here? Oh shit, what is that?
That was cool looking. That was some sort of turtles villain.
I figured it must be a turtle guy.
Look, he's still here.
He'll still be there when you're 60. Nobody
Also,
even knows
sometimes
what
the
that
best comic
is.
book movies aren't
Probably they
really
got more
about
of these though.
superheroes.
Oh wow. Wow, I wish I
Sometimes the
was
best
there.
comic book movies are about sometimes the best comic books are about secondary characters like Rick Jones. So no one's really tried to make a comic book movie that's not superhero centric but has superheroes in it. You understand what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
idea of a comic book movie about a comic book reader reading a comic book that like reading a Marvel comic book. Here's a concept I've liked for a long time. I'm going to give it away right now out into the ethos, and no one will ever use it because it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But you know how when you're in a lockup situation or when you're stuck somewhere and you only have so many items to read? Well, when you're in jail, sometimes there's only one comic book. And that comic, or when you're at war, sometimes there's only one comic book, and that comic
Yeah.
book gets passed around between a group of guys, and everybody reads it over and over and over again. I think there's something there. I think that there's something there. If you pick the right comic book or make up the right comic book, there's a story there about something. I don't know.
Yeah. How much were those Jokers?
20.
Ooh.
20?
All they have is Joker and the Yellow Flash.
Yeah.
That's a good price, really, for 20 because it's just like the old one, right?
It looks like it. My original Joker, his pants are torn right around where his taint is. He's got a giant hole.
So I guess my point is to us, and I mean not just to us, to anybody with an open mind, if you could get them to actually read the source material, many of the comics that are dear to us, that brought us good memories and joy when we read them, were not as shallow as these movies are. There was depth
Yeah.
to them. There was depth
Yeah.
to the characters. All the movies that they've made make it seem like these are funny books, and they're shallow and silly and stupid, and there's I don't know. There could be depth here. There's
Well,
something more to it, right? You could
there
make
was
a
depth in the
meaningful movie
early.
about comic books.
Well, Iron Man initially was great. Captain America, the first few movies, I mean, that Winter Soldier was fantastic. Uh, they were all pretty good up to a certain point. The Avengers, it was after Endgame. I don't remember when the Eternals came out, but that was terrible. And then when they started doing all the TV series, they were terrible. Uh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. the Loki series, and then the movies didn't work unless you'd seen these TV series, and then that's when it started to fall down. It's like before it was just that you watch these movies in order and you'll have the whole storyline. But then they say, "Oh no, you got to watch the TV shows too," and that's when, yeah, things got bad. Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, it just all fell to hell. Um,
I think all of it was missing something. All of it was missing a feeling of innocence, a feeling, a connection
yeah,
to the actual books themselves, to the medium. It was lost, and it became this
yeah,
whole thing that's all shiny and CGI, and everybody's in
yeah,
leather and metal, and it's I don't know.
yeah.
The
So,
villains
what
were
were the
never written always good. The
closest?
Loki was pretty good, but the best thing about Marvel Comics was the villains, and the villains were not that great. And all the I got
Yeah.
really sick of all the quips and the banter. The comedy was not funny to me. Some of it was, but then
Oh yeah,
it
yeah,
just
you're
I
right.
don't know.
Yeah, I remember the second Avengers movie. I think it was the second Avengers movie. Uh, yeah, it seemed like they were attacking a castle at the beginning, and then the guys that they left in their wake were kind of going, "I don't feel good." Yeah, me too, or something. It was like, what the hell is this retardation? Uh,
Yeah,
um, yeah. Well, I think in a completely different, not in the Marvel universe of movies, but in X-Men movies, I think Magneto as a villain was handled very well. Both of the different actors that played Magneto, I think, did a fantastic job, and uh, to be able to,
I liked a lot
yeah,
of these movies we're talking about. I liked most of them. I enjoyed most of them that I saw.
you enjoyed
I liked
what?
those X Men movies. I agree. I liked the X Men movies.
Well, because yeah, they didn't get the costumes right and everything, but they got a lot of the spirit right, and the spirit of the characters, and in some ways, yeah, they really did. I was really impressed with it, especially when I saw that first X-Men movie. Yeah, probably the closest to the comics would be Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octopus. And as I recall, X-Men 2 was real good. Um, and of course, Superman the movie. Uh, but as far as close to the original material, yeah, I got to think about it.
X Men First Class was really good. I liked that a lot.
Oh yes, yeah, huh? Uh,
Yeah, I wish that they had done everything like that. When I saw that movie, I was like, "Oh, this is great! They're going to redo everything in this style." I thought that would have been great.
Live Radiate says Guardians of the Galaxy was decent for being rich with story and character and visuals, but later on, yeah, everything thinned out. They needed to hone down and regroup, which I guess they're trying now. Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies were all great.
They
I
were.
didn't like what they did with the Warlock, but um, I these are all characters that nobody knew about, including most people that read comic books, didn't read Guardians of the Galaxy. So basically, he he was taking these characters and reinventing them to a large degree. And yeah, those movies did work. But the problem with it is that Marvel thought, well, we can take any character and because look what James Gunn did, but James Gunn could do it, but not any of your directors can do it. I mean, he can take characters that nobody knows about and create something interesting, like he did with Peacemaker and judo master and all the characters that he had, and vigilante characters that nobody knows about. He
Night
reinvents them,
Nurse.
turns
He
what?
did a great job with Night Nurse too. I want to see more. I want to see Night Nurse come back. I'm just kidding. I don't think he did Night
Well,
Nurse.
Night Nurse was actually in the Daredevil TV series from Netflix. You know that, right?
Really? Was it? I didn't know
Huh?
that. I didn't know
Yeah,
she
it's
was
just
in.
well, she was an African American actress, but that was supposed to be Night Nurse,
I didn't know that.
which I don't. I guess I only know about the early '70s Night Nurse. I didn't know that this was a character that Night Nurse later was used in the comics as a nurse that superheroes go to when they're injured, and she's able to keep their confidentiality and help
Yeah, but I
them.
thought that was supposed to be Claire Temple in the show. In the show, they made that character Claire Temple, didn't they?
I don't even know who Claire Temple is. I don't know. Somewhere
You
I
don't?
read that was supposed
Oh,
to be
that
Night Nurse.
she's Luke Cage's main love interest.
Eh,
She's from Power
really?
Man.
And but she first appeared in Daredevil, didn't she? The series?
I think she came from Power Man before Daredevil. I think.
Well, no, I'm talking about it in the Netflix world, not in the comic
In the
book world.
Netflix world, yes. In the Netflix world, she shows up in Daredevil first before Power Man shows up,
Yeah.
and they make her the character you just described.
Okay, I have no idea. I'm spouting
I
off
don't
without
remember
knowing. I have
whether
no knowledge of any of this. In the comic books, I just remember someone saying, "Hey, that's supposed to be that Night Nurse character." And I said, "Oh, really?" So Night Nurse was later changed into a superhero helper. But I'm just going by what I hear because,
I'm not 100% myself. I just
yeah, I
remember
don't know. So I'm
one of
sure
the
this is
Power Man
something we
appearances.
need Eric Breen for or something. First Captain America movie was great. It's his Last Frontier. That's true. Yeah, and the
Oh,
second one was
good,
even
good.
better. Yeah, Warlock was wasted, though they could evolve him, and that could be considered his toddler era. Agreed, Last Frontier
Yeah, or they could
comics.
just redo it. They could do a whole new story with him, but they kind of screwed up Drax. So they introduced Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, and Drax should have come with Warlock and Pip the Troll together
Yeah.
in the Warlock movie, and it should have been Charlie X in Guardians of the Galaxy and not Drax.
Yeah, but they didn't do Drax properly, but they created a whole different character that just happens to have his name that was a wonderful character, but it's just, it's just not that world of the comic. Uh, at the end of that, there was some movie that I didn't watch all of or even see. Some movie at the closing credits had the Black Knight. It showed Pip the Troll. He looked terrible. They always had the little scenes at the end.
Yeah,
I think it might have been the Eternals, but they'll never use that character
I
because,
think I saw that as well. I saw that the clip.
yeah, it's all wasted and ruined. They've when I saw what they did with the Submariner, who was the original Marvel superhero, that was pathetic.
Yeah,
Having bowing down to a 17-year-old girl or whatever. I think that's what happened. I didn't get to the final scene of that. I couldn't take it anymore. They're too stupid. They don't know what they're doing, Disney.
nope.
Oh, that was a great thing. I don't know if you saw this. The Kennedy Center today. Trump announced that he's going to get rid of the guy that's running the Kennedy Center. Then he said they've been I guess they've been booking drag shows aimed at young people, and he says you'll really like the person I'm getting to run the Kennedy Center, Donald J. Trump. He's gonna do it himself. That's gonna be funny. Uh, yeah, yeah, I heard Richard. I'm sorry, I was gonna say Richard Dawson. Yeah, I heard Rosario Dawson was playing an amalgam. Sorry, of Claire Temple and Night Nurse in Netflix shows. Okay,
That's
thanks.
good.
So we're both right. Yeah, I don't know. When did Night Nurse become the superhero helper? Or what time period is this? Or what comic? He's got a bad wheel. That's what's been all the noise. He's got a bad wheel.
The
Oh,
wheel just popped up on it.
it's reality television. Heard that also, says Lesnar too. So what is oh, he killed his microphone, I see. I wonder what has he purchased so far? What is that object in his basket? Well, Alex Jones just asked, why does Dick Dastardly look the way he does?
The Democratic Party is disintegrating day by day, you guys. It's amazing. It's wild how it's happening.
There were a bunch of people like Maxine Waters trying to get into the Department of Education today, and the security guard wouldn't let them in, and it was
That
pretty
was
funny.
hilarious. How humiliating.
They have like a whole unedited thing of it on Forbes on YouTube.
They look ridiculous. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful, but you just don't. I just
It
don't
is,
want
man.
them to do something horrible in desperation because
Dude,
they're
it's
backed
funny. I'm
into a
waking
corner.
up early, fired up. like I mean, I'm waking up at 5:30 in the morning, fired up and ready to turn on Benny Johnson. He's not even on yet. I'm watching Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson at 6 a.m. live from Los Angeles. I'm getting up
Oh
so early, so stoked. You
well,
know what I mean? I'm like watching stuff I didn't used to watch because I'm so anxious to see the news on the East Coast in
oh
California.
man,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I wish I could watch all this. Is when are they do having the vote on RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard?
I don't know. It's got to be soon.
I heard the Democrats were laughing and trying to delay it as long as they possibly can. What time is it? Oh, shit. Let's see. Well, he's saying dogs know when there's bad people.
Did you see the clips from the DNC chair meeting from a couple days ago? Was amazing. Or maybe it's already been like a week. I think
No,
it was
what
on.
happened?
Oh my God, it's amazing. There's multiple clips. Uh, they're just buffoons. So they have all these people up there that they're nominating for different positions in the DNC. And you remember that guy David Hogg? He
Oh,
the
yeah, I heard that
he won
guy
one of the
was.
positions, but then they had one of those ladies from like MSNBC, that one of those like fake news hosts, and she
Yeah.
lost complete control of the panel or the audience. And then so then the panel is just sitting there and the audience is just completely heckling and out of control. She'd get one person removed by security, then another person would start complaining. So it was just Democrats arguing with Democrats about Democrats. They were all crazy. The only thing they agreed on was that Kamala Harris lost because of misogyny and racism. So they all raised their hands how many of you think that? And they all raised their hands and they were all in agreement on that. But it was hilarious to watch, though. It was really funny. Like they're all crazy. They're all crazy people. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And then the polls are showing like that Quinnipiac. shows them at 30% favorability and 70% unfavorability, which is the lowest of all time or something like that. But keep in mind, it's Quinnipiac, so you know that it's a fake poll. You know that it's off by probably at least 10 points, which
I
means
don't know
that
what Quinnipiac
it's a
is.
super old Democratic based poll that's been going on. They use it every year, all year long. They'll always quote one of the, they have the different polls that they quote to give some sort of, of weight to an issue. So they're saying
Uh-huh.
that the Democrats have 30% favorability and that that's a record low, but you know that it's a fake poll. So you know it's actually lower than that. You know that Trump's favorability is even higher than they're saying.
Mhm.
Everything's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's all getting squared away by, and it's so funny. So did you see the big balls thing?
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, that's hilarious. So they're all saying that over and over again. It's so funny. The memes are going to just be, it's just great. They're all trying to dox these kids that are like super brains. These are like 4chan kids that they like can code ant farts. They're the perfect people to do this job for Elon. They've been
Yeah.
chomping at the bit to do this for years, since
And
they
they're
were probably
saying,
14. You know what I mean? They're dying to do this, to
yeah, and
to
they said
close
this
government
person said
agencies
something
and to,
bad, naughty a few years ago, and it's just like in the kids that tattle in class, like what was it, Female Trouble, the John Waters movie, where the
Mhm.
girl raises her hand and says, "Teacher, Don Davenport is eating a meatball sandwich right out in class." She stares at the girl that just tattled on her, and she's like she's gonna kill her. It's Yeah, that's what they're doing. This guy used to call himself Big Balls.
yeah,
This this guy said bad things on the internet 3 years ago. Yeah, but if they're a genius, yeah, that's
yeah,
the thing. These geniuses are sometimes very nuts,
yes.
and
Well,
that's the one. I love that first Superman movie, but I sure wish they'd explained why Lex Luthor had Ned Beatty hanging around him, because he didn't seem particularly threatening as a bodyguard, and he seemed incredibly stupid. It's like, why would Lex Luthor have that? You got to explain. This guy is a complete moron, but understands all the nuclear codes and could get that missile going to you got to explain that, because otherwise it just makes Lex Luthor look like, why? And he's got this girlfriend that annoys him, and it's like, why is Lex Luthor surrounding himself with clods? It, because they're trying to, and it was just, it was a great movie, but the shift in tone from the beginning of the movie, where it's like a biblical epic, and it's Krypton. Then there's Clark Kent at his dad's funeral looking off into the distance. And then all of a sudden, it becomes 1966 Batman with Lex Luthor. It's like, I should have kept the tone a little more. And I still love the movie. It's just that struck me as a kid watching it. It's like the tone isn't consistent, but it's all right. I just wish Superman 3 and 4 didn't exist. Although I did like the scenes in Superman 3 where he goes back to Smallville and sees Lana Lang. But yeah, the rest of it, Richard Pryor and all that. And then Superman 4 was just a disaster. Let's see, what are people saying here? Last Frontier. Quentin Poll is probably funded by USAID. Man, we've got good viewers here on this channel.
Yes, he's right.
We don't have many, but I've lost so many. I keep go. I went back like 5 subscribers last. It's like every time I do a show, I lose 2 or 3, and then I just stop doing shows for a few days, and I get a couple coming back, but then I do a show and I go back down. I
Get a
can't
couple
win,
more.
man. There's got to be some people that feel like we do, that love monsters and comic books and rock and roll.
And President Trump.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. Donald Trump, watching all this is more fascinating than anything else, man. I don't know. It's more interesting than the Super Bowl. It's more interesting.
There's been so many amazing moments that, like, it's just like what he said 8 years ago when he talked about, we're going to say, Mr. President, it's too much winning. When is the winning ever going to stop? And I'm going to say, it's never going to stop. It's not too much winning. That's what it feels like that. I mean, I'm forgetting moments that made me feel like I just want to jump up and dance. Like the greatest television I've ever watched is watching libtards on TikTok. I mean, some of the greatest television I've watched in my life has been in the past 2 weeks, watching Democrats melt down hilariously. I mean,
And this new press secretary,
and
what
Nancy
is
Mace and the press secretary,
what's the new
all of
press secretary's name? I forget. Ralph. Yeah,
them. Carolyn Levitt.
yeah. She was talking. She was being interviewed by Charlie Kirk this morning. I was watching a replay of that, and they hate her, man. They say they keep calling she's a DEI hire is what the liberals are saying. It's like,
And
oh yeah, because she's a girl. I mean, and then they're saying she, what's wrong with her upper lip? And I watched it. And it's like, okay, you think there's something wrong with her upper lip? It's just, I mean,
they're
it's
so butthurt, so jealous, and so scared. They're terrified of women. They're
she's
terrified.
married to a man who's 33 years older than her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's our age.
big deal.
Her husband's 59. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's 60.
Is he 60?
Yeah. And they're like, oh, that's just terrible. Well, she's in love with him. They have a kid. It's just not. I mean, he is a very rich man, but I mean, I guess they're implying that she's a gold digger, but I don't know. I guess that's what they're implying. I just don't
They're
know, man.
absolutely disgusting. I mean, the hypocrisy is just off the limits. Everything is off the charts with these people. It's unbelievable that the most racist people of all time are calling us racist. It's crazy. The level is unbelievable. I love all the clips that I watch. Every day I'll watch the clips from the night before on MSNBC or CNN, like from all the people I watch, and it's amazing what they're saying to their followers. The propaganda is over the top right now. It's great.
I'm getting so frustrated, to be honest with you, because like these people, I've got to buy all the comics and have every single issue of the entire. I've got to get every issue of Turok, Son of Stone.
Yeah, good luck finding an
No,
Atom comic for $5 now. They
but
used to
my
be five
prop.
bucks. I
No,
bought
here's
three
my
of them.
problem. I want to record all the highlights of this. What's going on?
Yeah,
And so I realized, well, if I go to the White House YouTube channel, I can record everything he puts up, and I'll get all the press conferences. I'll get all the meetings. Like today, he came out with the Japanese king, the president of Japan, whatever you call him, prime minister, whatever they've got over there, the emperor, and yeah, all the Carolyn Levitt press conferences. They're all comedy gold.
yeah, they are.
Um, and
They're great. She's
but
amazing.
but I still haven't recorded because I was working on inauguration day. There's like 12 hours of footage I've got to record. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, just because I want to have because I used to think, well, that's crazy to archive all that on DVD. What? Well, it's just as crazy to make sure I've got to have every single issue. It's just as nuts as the people that have to have the entire run. Oh, I've got to keep buying my favorite superhero. I've been buying him forever. So yeah, you're still gonna buy it even though he's wearing a pink tutu on the new cover. I just can't. I can't break the run. I gotta keep buying Spider-Man. Uh, oh, so I just one good thing is I've been recording Alex Jones every day. It's what I'm doing right now. I'm recording today's replay of Alex Jones, but it's got a million ads being put into it by mypillow.com. I like Mike Lindell, but he's done a major buy on Rumble. But anyway, This is a lot of fun to watch and record. But see, this is my insanity. But it doesn't cost anything except for the cost of these blank DVDs here. So that's been my, so that's what I'm enjoying because this is
Yeah, you got to
incredible
be
fun.
running nonstop. There's so much stuff to record. There's like key things that you haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have to do this because I'll record it, never watch it. I don't even know what the point of it is. But then these people that buy all these comics and never read them, what's the difference? At least, but this is like real life comic books. Donald Trump and his magical, fantastic, Doc Savage's men coming in and this
It's so
computer genius tearing through everything and everybody shitting their pants.
oh, it's so good.
What
That's
does the senator make a year? Like maybe $200,000 a year, and then all this, but somehow they wind up making 20 million in a year. I don't know. Uh,
it's all coming down. This is just it just started. These kids they're just beginning. They're just beginning. This
yeah,
stuff's over.
because it said they said Elon Musk has gone through 1% of everything, and he's found $100 billion in fraud. So that tells me, I think if you go up to 100%, is 100. Let's see. I don't know. Would that be a trillion or would that just be 100 billion? That'd probably just be 100 billion. I don't know.
No.
it's but it seems like at some point we shouldn't have to be paying taxes, and maybe we should be getting paid money. Like
Yeah, we're the ones
in
who
the Middle East, don't some countries just pay
reparations.
their people, and they
Yeah.
just don't even have to work? They make so much money from oil. I don't know what countries those are. I've heard about that. So
This, this guy Mike Benz too. We're just barely learning about this. It's like this is all so new. There's so much more that there's this is all going to be tied together. It's great. I can't
I
wait to
got
see.
I've
Oh,
got to
it's so
get a
good.
nice frame for this picture.
Oh, that is great. What was his name? That uncle. What
That's
was?
Uncle Gilbert. Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say it should have been Uncle Gil, but that makes perfect sense. It's Gilbert. That was good.
yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if Kevin wound up buying something of consequence or
I
not.
didn't find anything. There was nothing good in there.
Uh, I would have bought the Joker, but
I have that joke already. Yeah.
yeah, but someday I'll get one new Joker. I imagine those things aren't. They probably made so many, they're never going to go up too much in
I
value.
think they're like $5 on eBay.
Okay, maybe that's where I need to look. But I don't know. I might come on for a little while and do a live stream tomorrow afternoon. Oh my God, look at this horrible face on the screen.
Well, something needs to be
Slip.
done. That guy needs to
Did
be
you guys
drummed
see
out. He
them
needs to be gone.
that building today? $10
What?
He was asking if we saw like them trying to get into
Oh,
the
yes, I was
USAID
watching a little
building.
bit of that. Yeah, while I was waiting on the food
Yeah,
tonight. Yeah, that's the Department of Education.
oh, was that? It was Department of Education.
Yeah, yeah, which
That's pretty cool.
they're basically trying to just close down. He's got Linda
Yeah, it
McMahon
needs to be just closed
running
down.
it, and he said, I want you to immediately put yourself out of business. Just um, yeah, that should be interesting. Well, um, I don't know, man. I guess I need to get upstairs because my wife's not feeling well. We can watch a movie or something. It's hard for me to stop doing these lives. I never know how to stop the live stream, but I just keep going. But someone was telling me, who was it telling me? Well, people unsubscribe because the streams are so long. It's like, why can't they just not watch them? Just, you have to. Oh no, I gotta watch the whole thing. I better just unsubscribe. I guess fucking morons. Um,
I've never heard that theory before. I guess it's possible.
they just get mad. Man, this motherfucker puts up too much content. I can't take it anymore. All he does is talk about Trump, man. He doesn't show the comic books long enough. Won't you show them longer, man? Uh, I just all I cared about is right now is Donald Trump, honestly.
David Packard just put something up tonight.
Oh, fantastic! Well, that's something I need to watch,
Yeah,
man.
I think it might be a
It's,
music video to that song because it's titled. I've got the volume turned down, so it won't play on your stream, but it's titled "I Go Crazy." Wasn't who I go crazy.
well, there's a song "Crazy" by Patsy Cline.
No, no, this is a '70s song.
I go crazy.
Yeah, that feeling inside, yeah, deep down inside, I go crazy. Think it's Poco. Is that who sang that song?
I
When I
don't
look
know.
in your eyes, I go crazy.
This is the only place I can listen to like-minded people. Says Last Frontier.
No, thanks, Last
Really?
Frontier.
Well, well, that's maybe, but the nerdrotic crowd is pretty similarly politically aligned. D-Day Cobra. Um, um, well, some
Paul
other
Davis.
shows that I don't
Paul
want to.
Davis.
I
It's a
don't want to
one-hit
out
wonder.
them, but I know people that are politically
1977.
aligned, but they try not to talk about it as much. But I think most of I don't know, man. You just at this point, if someone is not doesn't understand, you just really question. I don't know. It's just I just don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna head on out.
I
Time
should
out.
be slow tomorrow because that marathon circles my building and it doesn't allow people to come in. I don't think.
Oh,
You should be closed. You're saying, or you should.
slow.
No, it'll be
Oh,
slow.
slow. Oh, okay. Well, is there anything to dig through? Is you've gone through all your old boxes in the back of the store? Is there any unexplored territory in your store?
There's a lot of like I need to price out like those last 5 collections.
Oh, you mean the collection you just bought?
Well, probably the last 5 I haven't even gotten to.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we could do that. Like if Last Frontier was visiting, he could be someone that you could bounce prices off, and because he does this for well, not for a living, but for one of his livings. Yeah, I'm interested in those Daredevils and those Shannas and whatever else. Last Frontier, I mean everything, comics, monsters, politics, the whole gambit. Yeah, yeah, okay, that's true. Nerdrotic and those guys, they mainly just complain about movies. Well, they've done that somewhat tonight, but um, yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah, 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 because there were.
This is a unique show. I mean, there might be other shows out there like this that we don't know of because YouTube is so big, but this is different than the other shows you're talking about and all the other shows that are in the quote unquote community. This
I
is
don't think
quite.
YouTube would put a show like this in anybody's algorithm. Probably
Gee, thanks. Well, there,
no.
but pe-
It's just so different. I don't think it. You're not saying the key words.
well, guys, let's slab some comics and get those key issues.
Put in your
Uh,
title like, "Oh, these comic books are crashing right now."
I need to start putting in ridiculous clickbait titles up. It might be funny to see what. who comes in. Um, um,
I look at. You should look at the videos that get the most views and use those kind of words. Maybe
yeah, who gets a lot of views?
if you go to your most popular videos.
Oh, my most popular videos is just because I talk about a mall.
Is that your most popular, the mall one?
Yeah, I think so. Um, I don't know. I don't think that I know the keywords that make everyone go nuts. I just don't
My
know them.
YouTube analytics always tells me that people are finding me from Bohemian Grove.
When did you talk about Bohemian Grove?
Just one time I had a with the Monsterizer.
Did you say it or did you put it in the title of your video?
I put in the title.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I could maybe do that. Okay. Well, Meyer's going to be busy tomorrow, but if you want to go through some piles of comics, Kevin, that'd be fine.
Everybody keeps calling me asking, "Where's the New York lady at?"
The New York lady, really?
Yeah,
You people that your customers that you talk to about her,
yeah,
or people that watch the show.
Who's the New
both,
York lady?
both, but mostly the people that come in here.
Who's the New York lady?
You know the New York lady.
The
No, I
one that
don't.
brought in all those Silver Age comics and said that her brother was going to start a store and she had all these boxes of you know the one that had brought in like mint condition copies of Spider-Man and Tales of Suspense and stuff.
Okay.
And she had an entire run of Monster of Frankenstein, the Marvel comic.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I must have missed that episode. I did not see that.
You
It
probably
was a
saw.
couple. It went a few. It went a few episodes
Yeah, it went on.
I saw some of it, I guess. I just don't remember, I guess. I don't know.
because she came back twice, right? Yeah, she came back twice.
I don't remember.
Um, Meyer 88. Oh, hey, can you show the Batman painting you did for Meyer again, or is it gone out already? No, I don't. It's no, because the post office is not open right now, and I want this to. I want to flatten this out and everything, and make a few discs and stuff before I. Okay. Maybe I'll show it in light. Um,
That's the Bohemian Grove cover.
anyway, um, I see why people just do sketches with the marker. Painting is is probably better to do it on a canvas, but or a bigger, But it's a challenge, yeah. But makes you realize how that George Wilson that did those covers for Gold Key, that did so many of them. That's but I think he must have been able to do it. He must have been super quick.
Well, and also he was probably painting 11 by 17. He was painting in a larger size.
Yeah. But yeah, he had it down to a science. And I wonder, we'll find out when that book finally comes out. I just wonder, he might have been a guy that had been around since the pulp days. He may have just been able to be a one man production line, just churning them out. But they're all great, and they, you know, I wouldn't call Gold Key the Dynamite Comics of its time, but they certainly did trick a lot of kids into spending their 15, 20 cents, 12 cents, because the contents were never quite as great as they. Well, no, that's a lie. When I say never, they sometimes gave you great stuff inside, but a lot of times it was, like the Man from Uncle ones had photo covers, but the art was.
Your volume is low. You lost
My,
your.
I think I have my hand over the microphone because I'm holding it without the tripod. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know what I'm rambling about. Oh, shit, I gotta head on out, man, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna ease on down the road, everybody. I'll
Have a
see you
good night.
guys soon. Take care. Oh,
Bye.
goodbye. Good luck.